Hey, yo, I told y'all 9, 10 times ago, stop fucking with me. I told y'all got the 9 on me. Stop fucking with me. Yeah, I'm back. We got to talk about it. Keith Thurman claps back at Terence Bud Crawford over the $10 million, I don't know what you want to call it, a rumor or the statement. Man, it is all coming out now. Let's get it. Smash the like button. Your boy, it's a fight week, so I expected this. The kid is working overtime. Keith Thurman responds to Terence Bud Crawford in a new interview. Oh, my gosh. Let me wait for it to fill out. I told y'all 9, 10 times ago, stop fucking with me. I told y'all. I got the 9 on me. Man, this is getting crazy now. Now it's getting crazy, y'all. Listen. Cash App's on the screen, Zales on the screen, PayPal in the description box, Super Chats. Let's get it. I promise I'm so ready. Tevin Campbell, I'm ready. Shout out to my man going through the quarantine. You know, wish you was. I don't know if you've tested, but wish you on a speedy recovery if anything. Hey, Derek Kills, what up, my guy? Bro, happy birthday to Jay-Z. Hove, today's his birthday. I'm like Hove when it comes to this boxing talk. Spy pop box kids, my chariots of fire. Everybody took shots, hit my body up, I'm tired. Hove got flows, though he's no big in Pac, but he close to I don't post to when they got me fighting ghosts. Bro, I'm like Hove when it come to this. Media metal, niggas sue you settle. Everybody want to be Bobby now. To be Bobby then, you got to be Bobby now. Listen. I said, everybody want to be Bobby Brown. To be Bobby then, you got to be Bobby now. Yup. Let's get it. Neil, come on. I got some content to help you get through the quarantine. He said, Bud, no counter offer Crawford. Oh, Anthony, Ahmad, what's up? That's Ahmad. Yeah. Yeah, just like his name, Ahmad. When they watch this chat, they're gonna be mad. Bars, let's get it. I got old media sad. Shout out to my man Ahmed. I'm gonna have him mad. Bars. Oh my gosh, I told you it's a fight week. Errol Spence, Danny Garcia. We gonna turn up for that. We gonna turn up for that. Listen, I said old media, I got him sad. Shout out to my man Ahmed. I'm gonna have old media looking mad. Mad. Bars. Let's get it. The boy Keith, he talking spicy now. Let's get over 100 likes. The boy Keith. You better not duck me, Thun. You better not. No, I'm not in Dallas. I'm in Cali. We doing a Box of Ego watch party. I didn't apply for credential, nothing. I'm chilling. This whole Rona shit, I'm saving the money. We just got the new computer. We make more money. You know, I'm chilling. I'm chilling. Hold on. Get to 100 likes. We'll start it right now. Closer we get to 100 likes, we can start right now. I'm ready. Look, I'm just finished off this iced coffee. From within. What up? Crawford versus Keith. We gonna talk about it, bro. If we get the likes, I'm ready to go right now. Right? The only reason we're warming up the mic is because y'all haven't done y'all job. I told you these streams come at a cost. Likes or loot. Cash App's on the screen, Zell's on the screen, Super Chat's an option, PayPal's an option, or you could do it the free way. Man, I'll Rockefeller. You could do it the free way. Listen, man, I'll pop a fella, I'll spot a fella. I could do it like Rockefeller. That's freeway. Listen, you could do it the freeway. Smash the like button. It don't matter. It's all support, whatever way you want to support. But you go and support one way or the other. Let's get it. We're trying to get through this Keith Thurman. He responded. It's on now. We got way too many people in here to not have over 100 likes. I am not starting unless we get over 100 likes. The sooner we get a bit over 100, the sooner I can get this show on the road. Come on. Time is money. I'm ready to go. I'm turned. Why won't Thurman fight Bud? Nah, you way off. Bro, Keith Thurman called out Bud. Bud's team said they didn't care about Thurman because he took too long and lost his belt. But we going to talk about, bro, I promise I'm about to cook y'all. Stay tuned. Dudes like you in the comment section, you getting cooked because this is about the truth. This is about the truth. If you ain't on the side of the truth, you getting cooked. I promise you that. So keep thinking LG, the truth. You gonna see the truth by the end of this show. I promise y'all. Who got blocked? Hold on. Oh, never mind. Business brain get he said just talk. Yeah, bow. Oh my gosh. You sound like a Bud hater. I didn't even say nothing. What did I say to hate Bud? Hold on. Lamont Span. He said I sound like a Bud hater. I didn't even say nothing. Bro, we just warming the mic up. You got, oh my God, business brain ain't feeling you. You got to go. They said I hated on Bud. I ain't even said nothing. Bro, the fans are in their emotion. Emotion make emotion. Bro, they are Carl Thomas. My summer rain. They're emotional like Carl Thomas. Do you see this? Bro, he said, I'm hating on Bud. I haven't even said anything. How'd I hate on the man? And, oh my God, I'm about to cook some. Let me cook. Can't wait for this heat, my boy. We about to get, bro, he said I hate it. I didn't even say nothing. We were just waiting for people to fill out, but we got over 100 likes. Let me cook. The boy, you better not, bitch, you emotional. That's what he said. All right. Get Carl Thomas out of it. My summer rain. Read my lips. Block him. Yeah, you out of here, bro. He said I'm emotional. All right. Nah, life is good for me. Life is good. It ain't about to be good for you. It's about to get bloody. Listen. The boy Keith, he talking that talk. Let's go. That boy Keith talking that talk. Okay.
Some people they don't want to hear the truth. They can't handle the truth.
Oh my God, tell him Keith. Hey, everybody type Keith. Listen, y'all emotional. I'm about to cook y'all. Oh, I'm about to cook y'all. Oh, I couldn't wait to cook y'all. That's why I came back so quick. Hi, I'm about to cook y'all. Everybody just type Keith. Watch. Talk to him, Keith. Listen. Shout out to the homie Keith. Bro, it's about to go down. Listen.
Sometimes people they don't want to hear the truth. They can't handle the truth.
Tell him, Keith.
Terence Crawford came with some weird whack article saying that I made.
Oh my God. Oh, talk to him, Keith. Yeah, it's about to. I told y'all 9, 10 times ago, stop fucking with me. Talk to him, Keith. Tell him something, Joe. I told you I was coming. Bro, I am going to torch you guys. We getting to the bottom of this Christmas. This Christmas. Bro, we gonna get to it. Listen.
Sometimes people they don't want to hear the truth.
Talk to
them.
They
can't
Keith.
Handle the truth.
Mm-hmm.
Terence Crawford came with some weird whack article saying that I made two. Terence Crawford came with some weird whack article saying that I made $2 million fighting Pacquiao. Like I ain't make $2 million since PBC started, you know.
Talk to him, Keith. Oh my God, bro, y'all cooked. I should just end the stream right there. Y'all cooked. Y'all talk to him, Keith. Bro, this motherfucker, he probably sitting Indian style in Thailand playing the flute. Yo, let the nigga talk, bro. Block him. I ain't letting shit. Get the fuck out of here. Yeah, block him. Bro, this is my shit. You can't even hear me. I'm the new one time. The fuck? You ain't gonna tell me what to do. Come on, just let Keith talk. No, you're gonna hear me talk. You gonna hear this voice. Fuck it. Oh my God, bro. Bro, this man Keith just told y'all. Y'all got me too turned. It's fight week. You see, they try to command me on what to do on my channel. You don't have to be here. That's cool. We gonna make this money regardless. Listen, if y'all like the content, y'all like the entertainment, smash the like button. The man, shout out to Taylor Made. Yeah, come on, just let Keith talk. Nah, you go let Keith talk. You go to the library and do this research that I'm doing. Anywho, sorry, I had to do that in front of y'all. The man said Terence Crawford came with a whack article where he was claiming I made $2 million fighting Pacquiao. He said, I don't know who his sources were, but I ain't made $2 million since PBC first started. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Shout out to From Within. Keith playing. Oh my gosh. Hold on. The chat is jumping. Man, I got him like Destiny's Child. Jumping. This shit is jumping. Hold on. Keith playing the ukulele. Oh, you're doing too much. With his girl in Malaysia with all that money he's made. Facts. Real facts. Bro, you notice they come to my channel just to call me names? He says, you're a fucking weirdo. So what does that make you for watching me? I'm weird, but you're spending your Friday watching me, the weirdo. Fuck up out of here. Fuck up out of here. Bro, just so you guys know, you can never insult me when you're watching me. You're spending your Friday watching the weirdo. You know, oh, this guy, you guys like this guy? He's a weirdo, but you're watching me. So you're watching somebody that you believe is weird. And even though it's weird that I'm cooking y'all and y'all ain't got no comments, they just talk, oh, come on, this guy again. Bro, so we won, goddammit. No matter what, we won. We won this battle. As long as you keep watching me, put that money in my motherfucking account. Yeah, they watching and commenting. Listen, when they hate, donate. I got this, man. I'm gonna let my boy Keith talk to y'all again. For the people just joining, listen, we got to get the lights out. I'm gonna let my boy Keith bust y'all ass again. He said I ain't made $2 million since PBC started. PBC started officially in 2015. That's 5 years ago. The man said he been getting that cake. He been getting that guap. Listen again. If you're just joining me, this is Keith Thurman, and he hitting that. We gonna clap back. We gonna clap back. The Stream King is back. I told you. Often imitated, never duplicated. Talk to him, Keith.
People, they don't. Sometimes people, they don't.
Hold on, let me get his money. Let the block party begin. Shout out to my boy Dale McCree. Yeah, Keith talking spicy. Listen.
Sometimes people, they don't want to hear the truth. They can't handle the truth. Terence Crawford came with some weird whack article saying that I made $2 million fighting Pacquiao. Like, I ain't make $2 million since PBC started, you know? So, you know, I don't know where his source is coming from. And if they paid Kell Brook $2 million, that's what $2 million get you. Look at that performance, okay? Your boy.
Oh, Keith talking spicy, y'all. The boy Keith is talking spicy. Bro. Pepperoni slices. The boy Keith is talking spicy. You hear that? The man Keith one time. You better not duck me, Thun. You better listen. The boy Keith Thurman just told you. He said Terence Crawford came with some weird whack article, and I don't know where he got his information from, what sources, but he claims I made $2 million to fight. It's up to my promoter, Bob Adam, you know, Manny Pacquiao. He said, I don't know where he got that from, because I ain't made $2 million since PBC started, which is 2015 when they started. Just do a little math. Blacksmith Ras, big up to the homie Ego. It's fight weekend. That's why I'm so turned. So he said, he continued by saying, y'all gave Kell Brook $2 million and you got a $2 million performance. That's what you got, you know, that's the money that you dished out for Kell Brook, and look at that performance. Meaning he got cooked. He got cooked. The first sign of danger, he shelled up through nothing else. It was a bust. Crawford's a beast, but the average top welterweight probably wouldn't just get cooked and not throw no punches back and just get rode on like Kell Brook did. So you got Keith talking spicy, saying, I don't know where he getting his information. I ain't made no $2 million since PBC first started. And he said, y'all gave $2 million to Kell Brook, and that's what you got out of him. Look at his performance. Oh my gosh. I told y'all I had some good shit for y'all. I told y'all. It can't get no realer.
Sometimes people, they don't want to hear the truth. They can't handle the truth. Terence Crawford came with some weird whack article saying that I made $2 million fighting Pacquiao. Like, I ain't make $2 million since PBC started, you know? So like, I ain't make $2 million since PBC started, you know? So, you know, I don't know where his source is coming from. And if they paid Kell Brook $2 million, that's what $2 million get you. Look at that performance, okay? Your boy one time come through, man. I come through with the action. I come through at the press conferences. Just all the way, man. I'm all the way live, man. This is my heart, my soul, my dream, and I'm living it. And I love it. You know, I love competition. I'm the first fighter that says, I'm not afraid to let it go. If you can beat me, beat me. Why? Because you're going to do it to my face. You're going to do it right in front of me. You know what I mean? There is no gimmies in this sport, you know? You know, you can get close fights. It was a close fight. But at the end of the day, when you leave it up to the judges, you got to do what you got to do to impress.
Hey, rate the sound. Rate the sound on a scale of 0 to 10. How audible is that when y'all listening to it back? because I don't have no monitor and headphones or nothing. On a scale of 0 to 10, how well can you hear that clarity wise? It's not too loud or too like crazy. All right. I tweaked it. Let me know now.
Sometimes people they don't want to hear the truth. They can't handle the truth. Terence Crawford came with some weird whack article saying that I made $2 million fighting Pacquiao. Like, I ain't make $2 million since PBC started, you know? So
what was better? The that way right there or the first way? The first way or the second way? What sounded better to you guys? Right now when I just played it, the second way or 2 minutes ago? Which way sounded better? First or second way? First or second? Because, listen, I need y'all to vote because y'all the fans. Y'all the fans. And I need y'all to get the likes up since everybody already typing on the screen. The second sounded clear? Okay, so I know that now. Nah, we rocking with the second. It's loud. All right, listen.
Sometimes people, they don't want to hear the truth. They can't handle the truth. Terence Crawford came with some weird whack article saying that I made $2 million fighting Pacquiao. Like, I ain't make $2 million since PBC started, you know? So, you know, I don't know where his source is coming from. And if they paid Kell Brook $2 million, that's what $2 million get you. Look at that performance, okay? Your boy one time come through, man. I come through with the action. I come through at the press conferences. Just all the way, man. I'm all the way.
He said I come through with it. I come through. Well, it's too late. We on the second way. Fuck it. If you can't hear it, oh well, leave the stream.
When you look at Crawford, he has Bomac, and Spence has Pacquiao. It was a pretty easy fight to make. You guys had very brief negotiations, and boom, we were off to the races. I remember when you fought Bundu. I remember when you fought Porter. It didn't seem too controversial to make any of those decisions. But so what are some of these bogus things that you are hearing in terms of making fights, trying to negotiate, et cetera, or just in general? What do you?
That man said you get what you pay for. You gave him $2 million and he got bodied. It was a disappointing fight because he was doing cool and then he got bodied. My man Mass Arms, a regular, said the audio is great, so I'm going to trust the regulars. The regulars let me know what it sounds like. This is Keith, the one-time Thurman. You better not duck me, Thun. If y'all want to continue, we got way too many people in here for the likes not to be higher. I only appear on these live streams before you one way. And I know this is a nuisance to keep saying this stuff, but you are holding up the chat if you guys can't get the likes up. That's the only way I could do these live streams to you. It's very taxing mentally, sometimes physically, just sitting on the chair and talking to y'all. We can't have this many people in here with this little engagement and the likes just staying stuck. That won't work. So if you're enjoying the stream, you better let YouTube know what's popping. This is Keith Thurman responding to Terence Crawford. Now, I done just played the clip for y'all. We got to get the likes up. Likes or loot. You see it. The sound is a 10. Beautiful. I love to hear it. Listen, this is what I'm working on, different stuff to make this a better, more fun experience in the world of boxing. So you notice I try to have my sound crispy. So when we're doing this, these playbacks and my microphone, as long as it's crispy. So we're using, just a little, the revenue and shit we get, and we're doing upgrades. So I'm glad you guys like it. This is Keith Thurman responding to Terence Crawford. He says, you get what you pay for with Kell Brook. Look at his performance. You paid him $2 million, and he said, I don't know where he's getting his information, but I ain't make no $2 million fighting Pacquiao. So he's basically saying he gets more money than $2 million. And he also said, I ain't made less than $2 million since PBC was went on his own in 2015 and started. I need y'all to get the likes up. I mean, what is a bunch of robots in here?
Is the most outrageous things you're hearing about you?
Listen.
You know, they just said that there was an article that said Thurman asked for $10 million. I don't ask for money. You know what I mean? I ask what you're willing to put out, but I don't put a number on nothing. You know what I mean? It's always negotiable. You got to negotiate. I was raised in this game from veterans, you know.
Listen to what he just said. He says, I didn't even give a number. Listen.
I don't ask for money. You know, they just.
He said there was an article put out about Terence Crawford and Keith Thurman saying Keith Thurman asked for $10 million. He said, I don't ask for money. He said, I was raised and cultivated in this game. So I threw out a number and you're supposed to negotiate, which is exactly what I told you guys. Who remembers my live stream where we discussed this? I just said this either today or yesterday or recently in a live stream. I said, Errol Spence has never closed the door on a Terence Crawford fight, meaning he said something that was so permanent, like, oh, if I don't get this, I'll never fight Terence Crawford. But Terence Crawford has taken these harsh stances where he said, it's 60-40, I guess we'll never fight. Shout out to my man Tao. Y'all remember. He said, Crawford has said stuff like, if I don't get 60-40 my way, where I get the lion's share, I guess we ain't fighting. That fight will never happen. But Errol Spence and these PBC dudes that are allegedly ducking, most of them are speaking rather level-headed. They're saying, hey, I put out a number. I don't give numbers. I threw out a number, and it's up to them to negotiate, which is what I said. I literally did this whole analogy talking about getting a job at Costco and an hourly wage. Block DB100. I don't care about what you talking about. You a rat. Block him. Get him the fuck out of here. Icy. Remove him. Get him out of here. We don't care about you. Block all these dudes. I told you. You're supposed to throw out a high number in negotiation and see if people will pay for it. And if it's just listen to Keith, and I'll give more of my thoughts.
You're hearing about you.
You know, they just said that there was an article that said Thurman asked for $10 million. I don't ask for money. You know what I mean? I ask what you're willing to put out, but I don't put a number on nothing. You know what I mean? It's always negotiable. You got to negotiate. I was raised in this game from veterans. You know, my original trainer was a war vet and a boxing vet, you know, and he taught me everything there is to know about the sport of boxing. He told me when I was 14, 15 years old, what it's going to be like to be $1 million fighter. And he said, you are that fighter, boy. You are that fighter. You know, he told me how these promoters act. He told me how these managers be. He told me how the networks are. He told me all the money's in the networks. I ain't see $100,000 till I fought on HBO. Ben Getty was right. You know what I'm saying? Everything else before that was 3,000, 5,000, 10,000. HBO came through 100,000. You know, it's all in the networks. HBO, Showtime, nowadays ESPN, Fox. It's always the money flows through the networks. And the networks love Keith Thurman. You know, and I love the networks. I love working with everybody that I've had an opportunity throughout my career. That's why it's easy to do business with me, man. If you want to make it difficult, you can make it difficult, but it's really easy at the end of the day. So, you know, that's all I got to say. You know, I mean, I'm a fighter. All I want to do is fight, you know. All I want to do is fight. Every single day of my life, I've had 22-month layoff. This is like a 16-month layoff. I've had all sorts of layoffs. Every day of my life is one day closer to stepping back in the ring. And that's how I look at it. Until the day I retire, that's the life of a fighter.
And that's from Keith Thurman. Ooh. So he basically said, I'm not hard to get in touch with. I'm not hard to work with. The networks love me. Deals can be made. Everything is negotiated. You know, things that I told you guys on my channel. He says, as far as 10 million, he says, I was raised in this boxing game. Ben Getty schooled me up and said it's all about the networks. Like this is exactly what I said, bro. This is exactly what I said. If you listen to my channel, why would you just shut the door publicly and say, oh, if I can't get 60-40 my way, we'll never fight? You know, nobody, they being whoever, Crawford and his team, they keep throwing this out there that everybody from the PBC is ducking. Tim Bradley, Crawford, Bomac, blah, blah, blah. Block snack time. They trying to infiltrate. COINTELPRO. Get snack time out of here. He said, we can negotiate. Networks love me. I'm lit in the fight. I'm lit at the press conference. I know how to sell the fight. Name somebody that has more stature than Keith Thurman and more fighting skill and more ability to sell a fight that Crawford has fought at welterweight. Like personality, spark, and the ability to fight. Jeff Horn? Mean Machine? I don't even know if he speak English, to be honest. I don't remember nothing about the pre-build. The fight was cool. My man Ricky said, Keith Sweat, nobody who can give you what you need. Block Carl Bell. I'm new to your page, bro. How do I not get blocked? You can't. Block him. You wasting everybody's time with that stupid shit. Hey, block him just for asking. Stupid ass comments. That's how you don't get blocked. Zip it. Yeah, we blocking everything, bruh. Don't ask me no stupid questions. Block Lance Ward too while you at it. Block him. Yeah, Lance. Gotta go. Ever play roulette? Well, here's a word of advice. Always bet on black. Yeah, I'm Wesley Snipes. Pass it to 57. Yeah, always bet on black. Get Lance Ward out of here. Fake ass Andre Ward. Lance Ward. Motherfucker, fake ass SOG. Son of Goober. Get him out of here. Yeah. So Keith told you what it was. He said, as far as me making $2 million, he said, I don't know where he got that from. I ain't made $2 million since PBC started. Oh my God. This man, Keith, he went for the jugular.
Sometimes people, they don't want to hear the truth. They can't handle the truth. Terence Crawford came with some weird whack article saying that I made $2 million fighting Pacquiao. Like, I ain't make $2 million since PBC started, you know? So, you know, I don't know where his source is coming from. And if they paid Kell Brook $2 million, that's what $2 million get you. Look at that performance, okay?
Bro, Keith Thurman was spitting that fact. Listen, in my heart of all hearts, I am not a psychic, but I have more faith that tomorrow's fight, Danny Garcia and Errol Spence, is going to be a good fight. I really believe that. But most people indicated beforehand that they thought Crawford was going to be too much for Kell Brook. You see what I'm saying? The only thing at best is people thought if there was something like a setup or something shady, or, you know, Kell Brook was the best version of himself from years before. You know what I'm saying? They were just hoping that Kell Brook was the same, and they were judging him off of that. But most rational thinking people knew what that was going to be. And I think ESPN knew what it was going to be. Henceforth, why they didn't promote that fight like they did the better fight, Lomachenko versus Teofimo. God damn, I'm kicking y'all ass. God damn, I'm kicking y'all ass. Why? ESPN knew what the fuck time it was. They didn't even have their best audio technicians and shit. Crawford, he fought Kell Brook. The sound was going out. They had a 30-minute telecast delay. Stupid shit. Shit wrong with the telecast. You know why? Because everybody knew what it was going to be. They made sure that didn't happen when Lomachenko, you know, the Matrix, fought Teofimo. I don't remember any technical difficulty. I couldn't even log in to an ESPN account that I have. I got ESPN through DirecTV, and I have ESPN Plus, and I sell ESPN Plus packages. Use my link in the description. I could not even log in to watch the fight. I had to watch the fight on my iPad. And if you're here for my Boxing Eagle watch party, you would know that. Keith told you what it is. He said, I don't know where they got that 2 million. I ain't made 2 mil since PBC started. Since they started. And Bud, for whatever reason, blocked Danny Fletcher. Man, look, get this fake ass Joyner Lucas looking motherfucker out of my shit. Bro, is that Joyner? This double jointed Lucas. Get him out of here. Who the fuck is that? Motherfucker. Bro, you could always tell when it's like an extra old head on social media because they don't ever chill. They default picture, they be having the camera this close and taking the thing. Why are you so close to the camera, bruh? That motherfucker. Oh, like shit. Back a couple feet and shit. Motherfucker Joyner Lucas uncle and shit. Man, y'all getting cooked. Yeah, you know them old school players, they don't know how to take selfies and shit. They take selfies of stupid shit. They be in the house in a robe and shit. Like Al Sharpton selfies and shit. You know what I mean? PG Boxing News, block him. Get him out of here. Bang. Oh, shit. We just clap, bro. When they hate, donate. We just gonna clap. All y'all. Yeah. He got them Al Sharpton selfies and shit. Trying to talk shit to me. What? What? The kid with the golden voice? What? Stop that. Bro, they getting cooked. Hey, we got like 1,000 people in here. Y'all better get these likes up. That's all I know. I'm about to cook this stream. The haters is in here. Bro, I'm telling you, like, salute. So, the money keep coming. Oh, my gosh, bro. Look, we got $10. Woo! Fight weeks are like payday for us. We gonna buy more shit on the channel. What's up, Ego? Preach, bro. Shout out to Dennis Burns. Sometimes we gotta do like Usher and let it burn. He sent $10, y'all. Appreciate you. Much love. Block Carlisle. I ain't gonna argue with no motherfucker named Carlisle. You just wasting my time. Carlisle. Who the fuck is this? Anyway. Do you feel Spence speech is different? I mean, he got the new teeth. See, y'all never had gold ones. In the Bay Area, I had gold ones. So if you get a pair of gold ones and put it in, you can't talk either. That shit, like your mouth, when something foreign's in your mouth, like, not pause, that sounds real suspect. Real suspect. It's hard to talk. So I think it's just him adjusting to teeth that aren't naturally his. Because even Danny Jacobs, he got his teeth done, and his talk for the risotto, it was like different than, he was like, yeah, risotto, like, you know what I'm saying? It's different. And I know Jacobs. Shout out to Theo Walker. That's scary. I really thought that you had mannequins behind you. That man said mannequins. Great camera. This man said he had a mannequin. Hey, bro, what am I, Hannibal Lecter? That man said a mannequin. Yeah, Buffalo Bill. She puts the lotion on the skin. That man said mannequins. I feel you, though. Yeah, bro, I told you. We doing upgrades on the channel. Everything got to be crispy. Everything's crispy, man. The beard, I ain't got no haircut, so that ain't truly crispy. But my beard look all right, you know. Pandemic poppy to your bitch. You see what I'm saying? Ego on fire? Absolutely. So Keith said, I'm going to play this one more again. I'm going to play it again, yo. For the people who, shout out to Alma. What's up, girl? Listen to Keith, bruh. Keith was spitting that knowledge.
People, they don't. Sometimes people they don't want to hear the truth. They can't handle the truth. Terence Crawford came with some weird whack article saying that I made $2 million fighting Pacquiao. Like, I ain't make $2 million since PBC started. So I don't know where his source is coming from. And if they paid Kell Brook $2 million, that's what $2 million get you. Look at that performance, okay? Your boy.
Hey, Keith was kind of cooking, bro. He said you got what you paid for. You gave Kell Brook $2 million, and that's about what you got out of the deal. Now, goofies think they know something. Block him. Block what? Block what? Bro, notice that these dudes is angrily coming to the chat, but they're not explaining anything. They're not saying, hey, Keith is lying. He didn't get more than 2 million. Hey, Ego's lying. Some fact that he has said didn't make any sense. Do you notice that? Please tell me you guys notice that. It is never about anything real when they come in. Some goofies think they know things. Okay, what does that mean? You enlighten us. Listen, come with the facts and enlighten us. So Keith Thurman, he got 2 million versus Pacquiao, but he's telling you out of his own mouth. So based on what information do you have that stipulates that Keith Thurman is lying? Keith Thurman is on record. See, some of y'all are truly stupid. Truly stupid. He's on record fighting Danny Garcia. His disclosed purse was like 2.5. Who in the fuck would imagine for a consolidation of the WBA titles on pay-per-view with Manny Pacquiao, he would get less money than he got for fucking Danny Garcia? Now y'all getting cooked. Listen, now y'all getting cooked. Per the where did the Danny fight happen? New York, whatever. New York State Commission. Keith got over $2 million. I think it was like 2.5 is what they declared. He later fought Pacquiao and they both had belts on pay-per-view, and the pay-per-view did good. Why would you think that Keith Thurman got $2 million? And Keith Thurman has been in high-profile fights, like Sean Porter. He's been on big cards like Broner Maidana. I think he was the co-feature. I know he was on the undercard. I don't know the order, but he fought and knocked out Jesus Soto Carras. So please let me know. Oh, y'all want that little chill? My little bop? I need some shit with some bop in it. Hold on. We got the shit with the bop in it. I couldn't really play that because we were playing the actual clips. But now we good. I need some shit with some bop in it. The shit with the bop in it. I couldn't really play that because we were playing the actual clips. But now we good. I need some shit with some bop in it. The shit with the bop in it. I couldn't really play that. Oh shit, what the hell? Hold on. I need some shit with some bop in it. 1 second, yo. Hey, we got to get the likes up. We got to get the likes up. Yo, smash the likes. We gonna keep going with this Keith Thurman convo. So let's keep cooking. I told you, I'm so for real. We make that candy rain. See, y'all told me to put the music on. I got to turn it right back off because we about to keep going. We got to keep going. I need some shit with some bop in it. Yeah, y'all know what it is. Yeah, I need y'all to get these likes up so we can keep going.
No.
Watch.
Nice.
It's about to get real interesting. This was an interview done with Terence Crawford's manager with Brian Custer and the Boxing Voice, and this was before the Kell Brook fight was announced, August 14th of this year. Hey, unblock this dude. Oh, I guess you didn't block him. Listen, August of this year, this is an interview with Terence Crawford's manager and trainer, Bomac. And the conversation of Keith Thurman came up. Keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. Because one thing, listen, I'm always a truth seeker. There's a lot of people, if it's the truth, I don't care about it. If it's the truth, I don't care. Because that's what boxing needs. But if you're going to put out propaganda, then that's where new media got to step in. That's why we got to get you. We got to get you. There's people like Timothy Bradley who are advocating and saying that Crawford is being avoided by every single PBC person. He literally said that on national TV. He said something to the effect of, the only guy over there with PBC that I respect is Deontay Wilder because he's fighting Fury. But all these other dudes is ducking. He's begging. Crawford is begging, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, you got that right. He is begging because he can't get the fights that he wants. So he has no choice but to clout chase and, constantly call out people that aren't aligned with him. I tell y'all, Ricky Williams just reminded y'all. Y'all must have forgot. The most dangerous thing, two things, a camera and a microphone. And I'm going to show you why. I promise when this is over, I'm going to dice y'all up. I promise that. I leave no stone unturned. You did. I told y'all to leave me alone. This ain't what you wanted. People like coming with these little side arguments. I don't care if you call names. I don't care if you threaten me. We going after the truth. If it ain't about the truth, if you don't have the receipts to back up what, and rival what's being said, then I ain't trying to hear it. It's point blank, period. This is from August. Terence Crawford's very own trainer and manager, Bomac, with the boxing voice and Brian Custer, talking about Keith Thurman, and listen to what they were saying. Because we got to stop this narrative that the PBC fighters are ducking. If they're ducking, they're ducking. Fuck it. I don't give a fuck. I don't work for PBC or Top Rank. But if you're telling people that Keith Thurman's ducking because he wanted $10 million and he's saying, hey, I'll negotiate, and they don't know how much I got with Pacquiao, but it's not how much you think you said I got, right? You're saying all the PBC fighters are ducking, but Sean Porter did an interview with Fight Hub, and he said, I talked to Crawford. I won't tell you everything we talked about, but he said he got some things brewing. So that's his first order of business. He's not really checking for the fight with me. Sean Porter says he wanted to fight you. You know what I mean? So that's two people. How you going to say everyone's ducking? Just let me let you listen to what his own manager said in August.
And all finding sparring partners, I'd rather waste my time. I'd rather waste my time. But be quiet. I'm on the phone. I'd rather waste my time doing that looking for some sparring for Pacquiao or Earl Spence than try to do it for Keith Thurman. It won't mean anything if Terence did beat that dude. What is?
You heard that. He said, I don't want to even go through the motions and waste time fucking with Keith Thurman because it would mean nothing if Crawford beat Keith Thurman. This is his own manager and trainer saying this. It's not ego. Most dangerous thing, camera on the microphone.
What is it going to say? Nothing for some spot for Pacquiao or Earl Spence. Then try to do it for Keith Thurman. It won't mean anything if Terence did beat that dude. What is it going to say? What is it going to say? Nothing. Oh, Terence beat Keith Thurman. He should have beat him anyway because, Keith's arm is hurting or his hands is always hurting. Come on, man.
But
hold on. Hold on. You ain't beat Lamont Peterson. Hold on. Now I told you. Now I got to get you. Listen, we got to speak the truth around this motherfucker. Listen, he just said I wouldn't even want to waste basically a training camp not training for Errol Spence or Manny Pacquiao. Okay, fair enough. Those are the fights you want. He said to fight Keith Thurman, it's a waste. Listen, for the Block Boxing G, Block Boxing G, get all these people off of here. You better learn to keep up. It's easier to keep up than to catch up. Get them out of here. They ruining the chat. If you don't know, then you just hushing until you figure it out. Listen, now I'm talking. Now I'm about to cook. If you can't follow the trends and keep up, I just went over this. I'm not gonna keep going over it. You ain't beat Lamont Peterson. Hold on. So he just said, I don't want to waste a training camp fooling around with Keith Thurman for a Keith Thurman fight. That's what he said. He said, we want to fight Errol Spence and Manny Pacquiao. What does it prove if we beat? This is August of this year. So not that long ago, a couple months ago. If we fight Keith Thurman, it means nothing and it proves nothing. He says, even if we beat Keith Thurman, people will just say, oh, his arm and leg and whatever is messed up because Keith Thurman has had injuries. So as a result, it means nothing if we beat Keith Thurman. Now, I could float with that if that made some fucking sense. But it doesn't. Because you just fought Keith Thurman, or you said that about Keith Thurman, but you just fought Kell Brook, and he hadn't made welterweight since 2017. He had two shut eyes and shit from the Golovkin and Errol Spence fight. So if you were worried about not getting credit by fighting Keith Thurman, who's only lost at the top level one time, and that was to a Hall of Famer, Manny Pacquiao, and you just write Keith Thurman off and say, get him all the way out of here because he's always injury prone and we get nothing for fighting him. Why the fuck would you fight Kell Brook, who had 2 bad eyes, 2 losses, 2 by stoppage, got stopped by Errol Spence, who's fighting Danny Garcia post-accident, and that's his first fight, no tune-up. If you were truly worried about the impression, wouldn't most boxing fans say, hey, Keith lost a split decision to Pacquiao, or a majority decision, one of the two. I was there. So a win over Keith would still be good. Now, I told you, now y'all getting cooked. Bro, he just fought Kell Brook. So that's why you got to revisit these interviews. That's why you have to revisit them, because at the time, the Kell Brook fight wasn't announced. At the time, it wasn't announced when this was actually, put out. But now it makes less sense because we know who you fought. You said Keith Thurman don't bring you shit. But if Crawford's team really believes this and thinks like this, they are sadly mistaken. Because I think I speak on behalf of many boxing fans that would all say they would prefer a Keith Thurman or a Sean Porter or a guy like that, Danny Garcia, if he looked cool or whatever. Even if you can't get Errol or Pacquiao, as opposed to pretty much everyone you fought at welterweight. Oh my gosh. I told you it's about to get bloody. Let me get to this money. Listen, this is why I get paid the big bucks. Shout out to my girl Alma. She gonna send $10. She said, hey, Ego, what's up? I gotta show you some love. Thank you. Ruben Allen back in the Cash App. Boom. He sent $1. Appreciate you, Ruben. He said Keith Thurman gassing on Crawford. These are fans saying this stuff. Listen, Cash App's on the screen. We're going to keep going. So, listen, go revisit this interview that I'm letting y'all listen to and go give them the credit, Boxing Voice and Brian Custer. It don't make sense what they're talking about, bruh. You're saying Keith Thurman and Porter ain't got belts, and they're still saying this. They ain't got belts, so they don't mean nothing. So you're only looking at 2 dudes. But even the guys that don't have belts, like Danny, Sean Porter, you guys, I mean, he kind of got a belt. Whatever, Keith Thurman, they're still better fights than who you're fighting. So how can you take the, it's like me being homeless, and I'm like, oh, I'm starving. And someone's like, here's a Subway sandwich. Oh, I hate Subway. Then you ain't that fucking hungry. Straight like that. Bro, you better eat this fucking sandwich. If you hungry, you hungry. And then Crawford went to his social media days ago He went to his social media days ago and said, I'm hungry, but they won't let me eat. That's what he said. Bro, you ain't that hungry then. How can you beg and say you're hungry and then someone try to feed your ass and you're like, you want to be picky? Here's a bean burrito. Oh, you ain't got no beef on it? Like, no, it ain't got no fucking beef. Eat a plain bean and cheese burrito or don't fucking eat. Like, straight like that, bro. Man, y'all getting cooked. He said, you better put some water on that damn shit. Listen, I'm the stream king. Let's get to 800 likes. We got 800 people. Let's get to 800 likes, goddammit. And okay, bro, I've interviewed Bomac. He's a good dude. But I can only hold you accountable for what you say. He said this. You said this. You are Terence Crawford's representation. This is Crawford's manager saying this, who represents moves in his career. So, with that being said, like, at the very least, why are we playing this game like all these guys are ducking Crawford when you're turning them down for X, Y, and Z said reason? Listen.
What is it going to say? Nothing. Oh, Terence beat Keith Thurman. He should have beat him anyway because, Keith's arm is hurting or his hands is always hurting. Come on, man.
But don't you...
He just said Keith Thurman's arms is always hurting and he's always injured. So what is this going to do for Crawford to beat Keith Thurman? But what did it do if he beat Kell Brook then? Or Mean Machine? I rate Keith Thurman higher than I rate Mean Machine. Ego is the face of boxing media, point blank. Absolutely. And we keep it consistent and fair. Absolutely. Abso-fucking-lutely. Bro, if we're going to play this game, you got to make that make sense. So you mean to really tell me, as true boxing fans, that if Crawford knocked out Keith Thurman in 4 rounds, you wouldn't give that more credence and credit than if Keith Thurman knocked out Kell Brook at this point of his career in the same amount of time? Come on, bro. What are we doing? I know y'all. Come on. I know it hurts that y'all getting cooked.
Minute or two. You know what I'm saying? So it don't make us no different with the opportunity or anything like that, or when it presents itself, or whatever the case got to be. Just think about it, y'all. Everybody up and up because he's talking all that shit now. But is Bob gonna sit down with? What's his name? What the boy name is? Al Heyman and shit to try to get that. Yeah. Is he gonna sit down with them to get that fight made? These fights, now Terence is fighting. It gotta have meaning to these fights and shit. Keith Thurman don't got no damn belt.
Bruh. He said it has to have meaning. It has to have meaning to these damn fights. Keith Thurman ain't got no goddamn belt, but neither did Kell Brook. And a matter of fact, neither did nobody except for Jeff Horn. The man has one belt. Ray J, if I had one wish. If I had one wish. Ooh. Bro, Ray J, one wish. As a matter of fact, there was the one who said I loved you first. It was about 8 years ago. Don't act like you don't know. Sitting at home in your mama's living room. Bro, one belt he has. One wish, Ray J, Norwood. As a matter of fact, there was the one who said I loved you first. Sexy can I just pardon your man? Girl, how you shake it? Got it. I'm like, hey. Bro, one wish. The man has one belt. Terence Crawford got one belt. And you said, man, Keith Thurman ain't got no damn belt. He just lost. He just lost the belt to Pacquiao. That's all right. Bro, it's Pacquiao. Pacquiao beat a lot of people ass. I want to that lumpia with Denagon. Bro, Pacquiao fucked people up throughout his career. That's cool. But Mean Machine really should have lost to Ray Robinson. Amir Khan almost got cooked by Samuel Vargas, and he ain't have no belt. And you ain't beat Lamont Peterson. Oh my God, bro, this shit is too easy, man. Give me some better. Let me get to this money. This shit too easy. Y'all ain't making it make sense. I ain't never listen. You ain't making it make sense. Fuck what you heard, fuck what you talk. You ain't hold on, let me get this money. I gotta get this money. You know what I mean? $10 super chat. I think Terence Crawford has to take ownership on why he's not getting the best fight. Now that's how you supposed to super chat. That's what I'm talking about. That's how you super chat. Making some sense. Loyal to the game boxing talk. $5. Money game. Poor guy's obsessed with Errol that he can't make common sense decisions in his own career. Bomac should stick to training. They need Heyman. Man. He just said Keith Thurman ain't got no damn belt. Nobody that you fought has a damn belt except for Jeff Horn, and he shouldn't even had the belt because Pacquiao, bro, this is mind-boggling. We all know Jeff Horn didn't really beat Pacquiao for real. Keith Thurman, you're gonna slight him for losing to Pacquiao, but Jeff Horn really lost to Pacquiao, and that's the one belt that Terence Crawford has that he really wouldn't have unless he got the Pacquiao fight and took it from Pacquiao. He said Willie Norwood Jr. belt having ass. Mike Russian, you wildin'. Bro, this doesn't make sense.
Is Bob gonna sit down with
listen,
what's his name? What the boy name is? Al Heyman and shit to try to get that. Yeah. Is he gonna sit down with them to get that fight made? These fights, now Terence is fighting. It got to have meaning to these fights and shit. Keith Thurman don't got no damn belt.
He said Keith Thurman ain't got no goddamn belt. Terence Crawford fights have to have meaning. So Kell Brook fight that happened right after this interview, that had meaning? Okay.
Do we? No, he ain't even ranked in the top 5 in the welterweight.
Bro, he just said Keith Thurman ain't ranked top 5. On whose list? Whose list don't have Keith Thurman in the top 5? Name 4 other people, because you can't. First of all, bro, I'm cooking y'all. First, hold on. I'm cooking y'all. First of all, if you're a champion, you're not ranked with anybody. If you are a champion, you can't be ranked because that's for challengers and shit. So name 4 other motherfuckers that aren't champions, so that it automatically excludes Errol Spence, Terence Crawford, and Manny Pacquiao, the only champions there. Name 4 other people that are, or 5 people, because he said he ain't even in the top 5. Name 5 people ahead of Keith Thurman. Bro, I am cooking y'all for breakfast. I'm about to eat leftovers tomorrow because I'm cooking y'all. 87 Norte, boxing eagles, the oxygenated blood flowing through boxing veins, repairing its cells from all the bruises and the black eyes from this sport, and that is received. Thank you. I got y'all. Man, you got to make it make sense. Appreciate my man. Bro, if you're a champion, you're not going to be ranked anyway. He just said Keith Thurman, this is from August, block Elijah. He ain't talking about nothing. He just said Keith Thurman ain't top 5. But top 5, like any rankings exclude champions. So excluding Pacquiao, a champion, WBA super champion, excluding Errol Spence, 2-belt champion, and Crawford, name 5 people that go before Keith Thurman. Who? You guys? Sean Porter, who Keith Thurman holds a win over? Danny Garcia, who Keith Thurman has a win over? Come on, bro. That's what I'm saying. You can't just be like, I mean, people could do whatever they want, but when you just loose lip say stuff, you have to make sure it makes sense. Like, see, I'm witty, so I can always I know what I'm saying. I know what I put out. But if you just say some random stuff, you can't name 5 people that are non-champions that go ahead of Keith Thurman. The only people that are even on Keith Thurman's real level, resume-wise, that aren't champions are Porter and Danny, who Keith Thurman beat both of them. So there's no way you can tell me there's 5 people ahead of him. That means you would have to put Porter, Danny, Ugas, and 2 more people ahead of him. Like, what are you going to put Jaron Ennis and Virgil Ortiz ahead of him, and they have no resume because they're still young in their career? Come on, bro. Y'all getting cooked. It's okay.
Meaning to these fights and shit. Keith Thurman don't got no damn belt. Do he? No, he ain't even ranked in the top 5 in the welterweight. Terence won't. He won't eat into these fights and shit. Keith Thurman don't got no damn belt. Do he? No, he ain't even ranked in the top 5 in the welterweight. Terence won't. He won't to clear the division out. And who got the 2 belts left? Pacquiao and Errol Spence. And
bro, I get the guilt. Listen. Oh my gosh, I don't know what is going on in Nebraska. I need to call Warren Buffett. I don't know what's so hard to understand. Like, I get the premise of wanting to clear out the division undisputed. I get that. But in the meantime, in between time, if you're not getting that, then wouldn't you want to fight the actual guys who are still good, former champions, until you can captivate one of those fights? Like, this is not even rocket science, people. The money keep coming in. Shout out to Corey Yellowman Jackson. Bud been quiet for so long. Now he's finally speaking out publicly. He's delusional, making himself look bad. He needs to go back to being quiet. Block Kush the greatest. I just destroyed that argument. He says Thurman is beltless. Everybody outside of Jeff Horn that Terence Crawford fought at welterweight was beltless. So try again. Thank you for playing. Block him. Don't tell me that Keith Thurman is beltless unless you could tell me outside of Jeff Horn who else Terence Crawford fought. Okay, so you dudes in the comment section are getting cooked so bad you have nothing. Terence Crawford moved up where he was undisputed at 140, right? Undisputed. He had first dibs on a belt his first fight at 147. So the earliest thing you've done in the welterweight division, your first fight, you became a champion, right? In your first fight, which means you've been fighting at welterweight as a champion since your very first fight. So that means subsequently, everything that happened after Jeff Horn, everybody you fought had no belt. You guys do understand this. So your earliest welterweight, AKA your first welterweight fight, you became a champion. So why are we stressing Keith Thurman not having a belt, but he does have other attributes? He could sell a fight. The branding makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Fans know who the fuck he is. He fought on pay-per-view now at this point, right? So why would we stress just the fact that Keith Thurman doesn't have a belt when since the Jeff Horn fight, nobody you fought had a belt? So Jeff Horn, that fight was June 9th, 2018. So that means since July of 2018 to present day, everybody you fought, Jose Benavidez, Amir Khan, Mean Machine, and now Kell Brook, none of them had belts either. So what is the difference since everybody you fought since Jeff Horn in 2018 were all beltless? So why are we putting these stringent I'm telling you, it's not a good look. It's not a good look because you just want the Pacquiao and Errol Spence fight or bust. And if you can't get that, you don't want to fight none of the other relevant parties in the division. Man, come on, bro. This can't be life. Phoenix, what up? The money keep coming in. $5. This one is from Ryan. We got ourselves a fight. Yeah, I can't wait for tomorrow. Shout out to Dylan Scott, $5. Cash App on the screen. Crawford has the old media ESPN hype, # overrated. I like Crawford. I'm not going to say he's overrated. I think he's good. He could rival anybody. But what you and your team are putting out, still not making sense to me. Let's go.
Those are the 2 fights that Terence won. It's real simple. Why would I waste my time or even sit down and say, man, we used to fight that motherfucker. Man, fuck all that shit.
Bro, Bomac, this is Bomac in August, Crawford's manager. He just said, hold on. He just said, and you heard it, why would we sit down and or waste our time with Keith Thurman. Fuck all that. He want Errol Spence and Pacquiao. He just said it out of his own mouth. Even though we know in 2020, Keith Thurman just called out Crawford. And in 2020, he's better than Kell Brook in 2020 at welterweight. Even though we know this, he just said, why would we waste our time? But then Team Crawford and ESPN kept pumping this narrative that all these PBC guys were ducking Crawford. And there was some alleged text that was sent from a top-ranked person to Bomac saying Crawford priced himself out. Bud got to get a strong hold of his business because the empire is collapsing, bro. The empire is collapsing. The man just told you in August, why would we waste our time with Keith Thurman? Why would we even bother sitting down with Keith Thurman? So how are you going to make it look like Keith Thurman is ducking and pricing himself out? Terence Crawford on his Instagram Live said, oh, Keith Thurman wanted $10 million. So that lets us know he didn't really want the fight. No, that doesn't mean that. Your promoter shitted, your manager shitted on Keith Thurman and said, why would we fight him? And why would we waste our time with him? He's beltless. He ain't got nothing that we want. And we only want two guys, which is what Bob Arum said to Fight Hype as well. Bro, it is all coming down.
Going to camp
Listen,
for 2.5 months. It's real simple. Why would I waste my time or even sit down and say, man, we used to fight that motherfucker? Man,
why would I waste my time?
All that shit. It's real simple. Why would I waste my time or even sit down and say, man, we used to fight that motherfucker? Man, fuck all that shit. Look, going to camp for 2.5 months and shit, and then go all through all of that, all finding sparring partners. I'd rather waste my time. I'd rather waste my time. But be quiet. I'm on the phone. I'd rather waste my time doing that looking for some sparring for Pacquiao or Errol Spence than try to do it for Keith Thurman. It won't mean anything if Terence did beat that dude. What is it going to say?
So you'll go to the Appalachian Mountains or Colorado, run stairs and run mountains or whatever you do in your training camp and find sparring for Kell Brook after this interview. But to do all those same things, a training camp is a training camp is a training camp. Either you're fighting or you're not fighting. So the level of competition. So why would you not be willing to recruit whatever necessary sparring partners as a millionaire fighter team, recruit sparring partners for Keith Thurman and go through all that because it's a waste of time and it means nothing. But you could still go through a training camp for Kell Brook, who had broken eyes and ain't fought at the weight class since 2017. To me, it is looking bad because it's looking like complacency or Crawford's team. You guys figure out they don't want to do the heavy lifting and they want the golden ticket to Willy Wonka's Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. You see what I'm saying? And if you notice, everyone in Crawford's team, Bernie, Crawford, Bomac, Bob Arum at times, they're all acting and saying the same things. Look, someone just said it. They all sounding alike. So, and then they're all spinning it and saying the PBC fighters are all afraid of Terence Crawford. They're pricing themselves out to not fight Crawford. But you're on tape in August saying you don't even want to go through a sparring partner recruiting or a training camp because it matters. It means nothing. Bro, this is a bad look. But you did all the same necessary preparation for Kell Brook. So what that stipulates to me, looking back at this, is you didn't care. You like getting a couple million, 5 million or whatever he got for Kell Brook, but more of a sure shot win. You didn't want to do the heavy lifting. So, man, listen.
Some spot for my time. I'd rather waste my time. Be quiet.
I'd rather waste my time.
I'd rather waste my time doing that looking for some spot for Pacquiao or Errol Spence than try to do it for Keith Thurman. it won't mean anything if Terence did beat that dude. What is it going to say? What is it going to say? Nothing. Oh, Terence beat Keith Thurman. Well, he should have beat him anyway because, Keith's arm is hurting or his hands is always hurting. Come on, man.
But don't you think it adds to the story because it's a common opponent? It's like finally Crawford fought someone that can tell us where he's at with the other welterweights, and it's a common opponent with the guy who he's been, trying to fight since you guys were on the same side of town. Like since Pacquiao was there, you guys wanted that fight, and now you get to beat a guy Pacquiao beat.
You got to think. Okay, you're asking these questions, but you got to think. When you ask these questions, you got to think. Okay, I'm asking Terence these questions. I'm gonna tell you what Terence gonna want, cause I'm with the man down there every day, and I see him in the gym every day, and we know what we talk about. We talk about this shit all the time, and I'm gonna tell you what Terence say. Why would I want to waste my time on that dude right there, when that dude wasn't trying to waste his time on me when he had a belt?
Yeah, but
bro, he said, why waste my time when block Mike or whatever. That was a very good follow-up question by Ness, and he said, that's a common opponent. Keith Thurman lost to Pacquiao. Let's see what Crawford could do, and that's the fight y'all want. And he said, why waste my time? But then I thought Keith Thurman priced himself out. I mean, come on, bro. Anthony Ingram, $2 Cash App. Bud trying to get the Disneyland Fast Pass. Oh, wow. He trying to get that Hopper Pass. Oh, wow. Told y'all. $5. This one is from Ryan. He says, you don't waste time for Keith Thurman, but not, hold on. You don't waste time for Thurman, but not take 60-40 for Errol. Bro, it's unraveling. I told you, it's unraveling. The whole game plan. You can't sell this stuff for long periods of time. It's just not going to make sense. Straight like that. Bro, he said, I'm with Crawford every day. I know how he thinks. And he's going to say, why should I waste my time? And he didn't give me an opportunity. So now he don't have a belt. That's literally what he said months later on that recent Instagram live that we've been playing the last couple of days. Right? So Bomac is accurate there. He does talk to Crawford and they're all reciting the same script. All of them. Bernie, Bomac, Crawford. Crawford just did the Instagram live. He said the same thing. Oh, why should I fight this? All right, don't fight him. Good luck. Good luck with Mean Machine 2, Collazo, or whoever. Bro, the PBC fighters in that division are doing the welterweight heavy lifting, period. How are you going to convince the fan that a Keith Thurman situation is the wrong choice, but Mean Machine, Amir Khan with a glass chin in the perception of many, and Kell Brook with two shattered eyes? If anything, Amir Khan and Kell Brook at this point should have been fighting each other. They both been stopped. They both were shattered. They should have been fighting each other. That's at least on the same level. Crawford is supposed to be up here, you know what I mean? And Kell Brook, we didn't really know what he was going to be, but judging like Keith Thurman just said, we seen what version of Kell showed up. As soon as he was doing all right, 2-1, winning, and he got hit and he never recovered and had no fighter instinct left. Jabari Brown, I swear. Crawford and his team contradicting themselves. I told you. And this is, bro, whether you're training for Kell Brook or Keith Thurman, you're going to have to get sparring partners and stuff. He said, I don't want to get sparring partners or even sit down at the table with Keith. But Keith is talking crazy and been talking crazy, which we'll get to. Come on.
Simple.
But Brian,
That's real simple. Now tell him.
That's the same thing
go get a belt. Go take the belt from.
Listen. Let me.
He just said, tell him to go get a belt, but Mean Machine didn't have a belt. Amir Khan almost got slept by Samuel Vargas, and he was a couple fights removed from a Canelo brutal knockout. He didn't have a belt. So how come Top Rank, ESPN, and Team Crawford have continually since 2018 taken fights against beltless guys and then questioning why people are questioning their resume? But you've been fighting guys without a belt, but it's a problem when it's the better guys that we want to see. This is not a good look. I'm trying to tell y'all. Boss Red, 357. All of them listening to Pimp Daddy Bob. But when you listen to the wrong script and then people start questioning it, this is where it gets you in trouble because you have no additional things to say. You can't explain this stuff. You can't say Keith don't got a belt. No one since Jeff Horn had a belt. That was in 2018. You've been fighting beltless guys for the last 2 years because your first fight was a Jeff Horn title shot. And they were all title defenses, none unifications.
Say this. Let me just say, that's the same thing they tried to do to you and Terence when right before the Horn fight. It's like, oh, let him get a belt, then we worry about it. Then when he got a belt, oh, let him do something. If now you take your opportunity to play tit for tat and say, oh, let him get a belt, we'll never get that fight. We'll never get none of those fights because every time the B side becomes the A side, they tell the B side, go do something.
And Ness is trying to reason with him and listen to the response. Shout out to Cameron Renfro. At this point, Crawford better fight Virgil Ortiz to keep some credibility. And I mean, that only does so much. I like Virgil Ortiz, but he ain't proven nothing. So, I mean, in terms of elite resume names, if Crawford don't fight PBC fighters, it's a wrap. It's going to look bad. Because Virgil Ortiz, he looked nice. He looked, you know what I'm saying? He looked good. He don't have a resume. So, it still doesn't make sense to say, oh, why should I do a training camp for Keith Thurman, but you'll do a training camp for Virgil Ortiz, who is inexperienced at the big fight level? His best win is Mauricio Herrera, who Danny Garcia fought years before. Even though I thought he lost to that, he still fought him. His best win is Samuel Vargas, guys like that. So it's bad, bro. It's bad. I told you, walls are closing in on Bud. Jermaine Barden. I wonder what he's going to say about Porter. Man, he already told you.
We keep extending it. Now Earl is in charge.
Well,
He's telling Keith.
Hey,
He's telling Keith the same thing Keith told him. It's like a merry-go-round.
Look, he should have kept his belt then when he fucking fought. He should have kept it. Did he? No. So,
He said Keith Thurman shouldn't have lost a split decision versus Pacquiao, which a knockdown could have been the difference. It's not rational points being made, bruh. He said Keith, so we're going to hold this against Keith because he has one career loss that he lost via split decision or majority decision because he got knocked down in the first round by a legend in Pacquiao. I mean, come on, bro. He should have kept his belt. Bro, listen, I know you're a regular and I'm not trying to go in, but y'all got to listen. If you are on my channel, just listen. If Bud goes to 154, he is fucking stuck. There is nobody at 154 that is not aligned and maligned with PBC. So even if he goes to 154, the best he could hope for is a Golden Boy fighter that has a belt, and that's Patrick Teixeira. But he got to get past a PBC fighter, Brian Castano. Like, what don't you guys understand? PBC got 147 and 154 locked up. They have, outside of Bud Crawford, the best names. This is not hard concepts to grasp. He can move to 54. Who the fuck is he going to fight? It's not rocket science. Who? Jermell Charlo, PBC. Tony Harrison, PBC. Andrade moved up to 60. Edislani Lara, PBC. Bro, Hurd right now is PBC. I ain't heard from him in a minute. I ain't heard from Hurd. What are we talking about? You guys can reason this shit out by just listening. Who is he going to fight at 54? Patrick Teixeira. And that does nothing. Bro, there's no, Canelo's not there. You don't have Andre there. Jamal's not there. And half of them is on PBC. Bro, there is nothing. There's nothing you can do, bro. There's nothing. If you can't get your hands on one of these PBC guys, it's going to get ugly. I promise you. And in business, why would PBC Crawford's he's going to be a free agent in October and he's having promotional issues. They better off just waiting it out. Why they going to send somebody to ESPN when they could just wait to October and see what Crawford decides? Come on, man.
Yeah.
Oh,
It ain't his fault. It ain't Errol Spence' fault. Whose fault is it that he lost his belt? His own fucking fault. Now he on the outside looking in, trying to get back in. Go fight Errol Spence. You ain't crying out Errol Spence's name. You crying out a fight that damn near possibly can't get made.
So let me.
Bro, he said you calling out a fight that damn near possibly can't get made. Bro, this is a scam. Why can't it get made? Bro, there's something going on behind the scene. He says Bomac just told Keith Thurman go call out Errol Spence, which he later did. He just recently called out Errol Spence. Errol said he ain't really fucking with it. But he did call out Errol Spence. He said you calling out a fight. He's telling on himself, people. He said you calling out a fight that damn near possibly can't get made. That's what Bomac said.
It ain't his fault. It ain't Errol Spence's fault. Whose fault is it that he lost his belt? His own fucking fault. Now he on the outside looking in, trying to get back in. Go fight Errol Spence. You ain't crying out Errol Spence's name. You crying out a fight that damn near possibly can't get made.
Bro, Crawford's team is just too all over the place. He said Keith Thurman is calling out a fight that damn near possibly can't get made. Why not? First they said Keith Thurman was ducking them. Then Keith started calling out Crawford. And then they said he wanted too much money. And now he's saying it possibly can't get made. This is just bad, bro. This is just a bad look. And then Crawford later on, after this interview, months later, is pretty much mirroring these same comments. And Bernie and everybody else associated with Crawford. Good luck. Blacksmith Ross, appreciate you. Ego making a great point. 154 would be a bad look. After fighting a B minus diet of fighters from Arum, Crawford needs to start fighting the top four, which is Spence, Thurman, Danny, and Garcia. Danny and Porter. My bad. Bro, it's a wrap. Bro, he just said, why should we fight Keith Thurman? This is from August. But my thing is, if you're saying it's August, it's a pandemic year. What really changed? You said this in August. Why should we fight Keith Thurman? What does that prove? Why should we waste a training camp on Keith Thurman? And then you fought Kell Brook. Bro, the top rank shenanigan is over. That is over. You're not going to bamboozle the public into filling these con job talking points. Block Bernard Lucas. Yeah, he could go. The money keep coming. Every time y'all hate, we just stack them chips. Jay Brown says any fight can get made. That's BS. But he just said it damn near possibly can't get made. Why not? Let you know what the real problem is. Listen, get some claps up for everybody. Y'all getting clapped. Shout out to Jay Brown. Cash App on the screen. Bro, this is just a terrible look. I keep telling y'all don't want to listen. Hold on, we got some Cash Apps. We got $5. This one is from Dylan, Mr. Scott. Appreciate you. Desmond Dixon. He sent $15 in the Cash App. Appreciate you. Desmond Dixon. Bud need to leave Top Rank and Tyson Fury cheated. Shout out to Desmond. Listen, that's a good one. He said, and Tyson Fury cheated. $15 from Desmond. Appreciate you. We got some more Cash Apps. Dana Jones. Truth hurts, straight facts. You are spot on. We got another $10. Listen, give a round of applause for everybody who's contributing to, just making the channel great. Shout out to the girl, Phoenix. I can't say her government name, so we're going to say Phoenix. She sent $5, and she said, for the love of boxing. Let's get it. Yeah, man, I told you I'm grinding. We doing it for boxing. We doing it for boxing, yo. You got to make sense with these talking points. I swear. You got to make sense. Hey, let's get the likes to 800. The talking points, you got to make them make sense. In my opinion, Crawford's team is not doing such thing. You know what I mean? They're not making sense. Tyson Fury damn sure cheated. Boss Red, appreciate you. I agree. You know what I mean? Then there is, how can you not waste a training camp for Keith, but you can for Kell Brook? Well, I mean, he don't have a belt. He's considered more frail or fragile in 2020. So what's the difference? That's what I'm saying. The most dangerous thing is a camera and a microphone. Y'all didn't want to listen. Try to tell y'all. Try to explain this to y'all. I need y'all to hit the like button. We got to get the likes up, please. How can you not waste a training camp for Keith Thurman? You feel that would be a waste, but you have no problem fighting Kell Brook, who you weren't going to get a lot of credit for worse reasons. Yeah, Keith Thurman has had injuries. I get that, but so has Kell Brook. What's the difference? I mean, like I said, I'm open for new opinions, but it got to make sense. If it don't make sense, then I don't care. Listen, we can keep going. So this is Keith Thurman's, what he said to Brian Custer. Listen.
You never got respect in the game anyways at 147. You haven't pushed the buttons at 147. You ain't touched Sean Porter. You ain't touched Thurman. You ain't touched Garcia. You ain't touched Spence. I'm gonna run out of fingers. I'm gonna run out of fingers. I can name all my opponents you ain't touched. I'm gonna run out of fingers, boy. Stop it. Stop it. Send the contract. Tell me when you want it. You want it before Christmas? Merry Christmas. I'll take the check. I'll take the check. Merry Christmas.
So that was Keith Thurman calling out Crawford. That was Keith Thurman calling out Crawford. But Crawford said, oh, we don't get nothing fighting Keith. But then later fought Kell Brook. I mean, come on, people. If you don't see, like DMX said, what type of games being played? How's it going down? Like, y'all don't see this? The man Keith aggressively called out Terence Crawford. Terence Crawford at 140 called out Keith Thurman. But now, because he, I guess Team Crawford's, their standpoint is he lost his belt to a legend that they want to fight. So now he's done for it, and they don't want to fight him. But let me get to this money. Cameron Renfro, $11. If Keith Thurman can't get a Crawford fight, do you think he should fight Ugas? Yes. My thing is this. Crawford is not in the driver's seat business-wise, leverage-wise, negotiation-wise. This is very easy to see. You, sir, most likely, based on the decisions you've made, you made your bed lying, you're aligned with who you're aligned with, you're not in a position of power. So more than likely, you have to deal with what they give you. If they're ready to send Keith Thurman over, then that's something you should consider. You don't get to Pacquiao, from what I understand, owes one more fight to PBC. And Errol Spence is with PBC. They don't have to give you up the whatever fight you want for the sake of boxing. Josh Woodard said you're wrong. 30 seconds to explain how I'm wrong. All right, tell me the leverage that Bud has. All right, go. Josh Woodard, how am I wrong? And if they hate, no, Tank, don't do me like that. I was about to do a hot seat. Don't do me like that. All right, I'm going to reset the clock, 30 seconds. If they hate, somebody got to send a super chat. Let's go. I'm with it. Okay, so explain this leverage that Terence Crawford has at 147 when everybody that he needs to fight, that fans want to see him fight, are with PBC, and he's not aligned with PBC. Go. Bro, I'm cooking these boys. Let's go. Alma said, get him. Don't worry, I got him. Where's this dude at? He's a champion, bro. You always got leverage. No. Strike one. I said explain the leverage he has. You just repeated what you said to begin with. You said I'm wrong. You delusional is what you are. Okay, explain Terence Crawford's leverage for us. You have one. If your next response doesn't explain that, then I'm gonna take you for a troll and or not knowing what you're talking about. Josh, business brain, don't do me like that, bro. I'm in the middle of this. Explain Terence, bro. They're gonna look bad before I do. I promise you that. So just let it play out. Shooters, chill. Explain Terence Crawford, Joshua Woodard, hot seat. Explain the leverage that Terence Crawford has when he hasn't fought none of the PBC guys and he's not aligned with PBC. And if your next comment does not illustrate that, then you will be blocked and I will call the order. All right, you got 15 seconds. I ain't wasting time. See, they just try to slow up the chat. Block him. He wasting my time. I ain't even waiting the 15 seconds. Get him out of here. No. Block him. I don't even care. I don't even want to see his, listen, I don't even want to see his response. Bro, he done. Nah, I said 15 seconds. I just took it back. Bro, get rid of him. Thank you for playing. I told you, if he got cooked, then someone had a super chat, and my man Rashid Mohammed came through with it. Bro, let's go. And we got another one in the Cash App. Bro, I'm going to do this all day. I'm just going to rack up. Got racks on racks on racks. I might get a new PlayStation 5 fucking with y'all. Bro, just off tip money. Keep playing. Demaine Williams, $5 in the Cash App. I'm going to fuck around and get a PS5 just cuz. Or I might buy some new shit for the channel. I don't know. My man Julio Lopez. Bud isn't the real deal. The best fight the best. That's what he said. When they hate, donate. Bro. You notice they don't have nothing to combat what I'm saying. Listen, notice I'm not making this personal. I don't have nothing personal. I've interviewed Bo Mac. I've been in his gym, been in Crawford's gym. But you got to make it make sense. I'm not going to just, listen, I'm not just one of the media people that I'm starving for an interview. So, I can't talk boxing. You know what I'm saying? I can't talk boxing because I got to worry about you not trying to interview with me. I ain't doing all that. I respect Bud. I think he's a hell of a fighter. But this stuff his team is doing is not making sense. And it's ran its course, period. Keith Thurman is calling you out. Sean Porter is calling you out. Your response is these guys lost their belts. They lost their belts close to Pacquiao and to Errol Spence, who's the truth. Even though they don't bring belts, they're still better than the guys you're fighting. Name one person that would cook Keith Thurman that Terence Crawford has fought. So not Crawford himself. Name someone that Crawford has fought in any weight class that would cook Keith Thurman. Like destroy him, beat him. y'all getting dog walked. Name a career fight. Gamboa? Victor Postal? Jeff Horn? Jose Benavidez after he got shot? Amir Khan after Canelo cooked his jaw? Bro, and Bud's team is acting like, oh, why am I not getting credit? Bro, if you want to see a massacre, put Amir Khan at this point in there with Keith Thurman. Bro, Amir Khan, he's a cool dude. I've met him. He was training out here in the Bay. This man's jaw would get obliterated by Keith Thurman because Pacquiao got hurt by Keith Thurman. I don't know if some of y'all noticed that. Big fan of your work, bro. I watch you every day. We working every day. Y'all got me working. Thurman would be the best name on his resume. Exactly. And he would be the most in prime best name. Bro, Kell Brook, who look a little bit like gaunt, you know what I mean? Face-wise, not making welterweight in 3 years. I think Keith Thurman would have cooked him too. In prime for prime, that would have been a better fight. Bro, if you can't answer these simple questions, then you know what time it is. This man would cook. You think Mean Machine will beat Keith Thurman? Keith Thurman has already beaten guys more accomplished than Mean Machine. Not only do I think Keith Thurman would beat Mean Machine, I don't think he would have struggled with him because of his tactile style, jumping in, ish. Bro, Keith Thurman would ish. Keith Thurman would have hopped in with some stupid shit on Mean Machine. Mean Machine might fuck around and get cooked by Keith. And Keith showed me, listen, I doubted if Keith Thurman's heart was still in boxing, but that Pacquiao showed me that it is. Because Pacquiao was dogging him and his shit was leaking. It was leaking earlier. But he fought back. He fought his way back into that fight good. So he still got heart, bro. Keith, ish. Bro, that man, Mean Machine, he'll get tore out the frame fucking with Keith, Chief Keith. Come on, bro. Y'all don't know shit about boxing. That man, Amir Khan, he'll beat Keith Thurman at this point. That man, Keith, ish. And Amir Khan, ish. Bro, Amir Khan would be ish. Knocked directly into a slumber. Do not pass go. Go directly to bed. Bro, don't make the fight. Make the fight. Amir Khan, bro, he got dropped by Julio Diaz. Keith Thurman cooked, and I don't do triangle theories, but I know my boxing. I'm just flexing. A little light flex. Keith Thurman broke this man's Julio Diaz ribs and shit. Amir Khan getting dropped by Julio Diaz. And he was a solid fighter, but he was really like a 35-pounder, if I'm not mistaken. You see what I'm saying? And Amir Khan fought him at a catch weight and got dropped by him. Bro, Keith, ish. Bro, if you hear two ishes from Keith, then Amir Khan is cooked. Man, put him in the crock pot. Amir Khan got spilt around the ring by Samuel Vargas. Danny, Errol, Virgil Ortiz, they all went through Samuel Vargas pretty easily. Amir Khan going life and death with him at that time. Bro, Keith Thurman, that shit would be bad for Amir Khan. Amir Khan, the reason I know this, Amir Khan just fought a Billy weight. I said a Billy weight. Billy Dib, a featherweight. Bro, it's over. It's over. Like I said, y'all got to make shit make sense. Y'all just be saying shit just to be saying shit. And Crawford always put it out there that if you don't see it his way, that you don't know shit about boxing. I'm telling you about boxing. Like I'm giving you why I feel each way I feel. And I'm telling you through factual things. Like, if you don't have no recollection of boxing, you wouldn't even know Amir Khan fought Julio Diaz and Keith Thurman fought Julio Diaz. Bud versus Boots. Topic can't be ignored. Yeah, that's a great fight. Bro, the walls are closing in for Bud. This is just what it is. The walls are closing in. That's it. The walls are closing in. Like, it's becoming more and more apparent that Bud is stubborn or whatever. Someone said, I feel like Crawford's in serious denial. Whatever it is, it's more and more apparent that he's whatever. And he's like, listen, my mom told me this when I was a kid. She said, Ego, you have a one-track mind. And what that means is I get fixated on one thing, and it's hard for me to, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, to think, like, it's like seek and destroy type of mentality. So I know that. But as I've gotten older, I've worked on it where I try not to, I use it to my advantage more so than to my detriment. Crawford has such a stubbornness or a one-track mind that everybody in boxing is pretty much saying the same thing outside of Nebraska, outside of Omaha, outside of, Top Rank or his immediate circle. Almost everybody's saying the same thing, but he's so stubborn. He's stubbornly clinging to it and not understanding why people, he's like, why are you guys saying stuff about my fight? But he's telling you, like, bro, I don't know what the game is, but he's telling you basically don't give me credit for my fights. And he's doing it indirectly because his team, Bomac, just said, why should we fight Keith Thurman? We get no credit for that. So if you really in your heart of all heart believe that you're not going to get credit to beat Keith Thurman because he don't have a belt, then you should have known. You should have known you wasn't going to get no credit for Kell Brook. They told on themselves. Bro, they have told on themselves. If you really believe you would not get credit for fighting Keith Thurman, then Kell Brook with 2 damaged eye sockets, then you would have already known you ain't getting credit for that if that's how you felt about Keith.
And about a Buzz getting under his nerves and shit. If anybody, I want to fight Terence Crawford, yeah, it's easy to say that, and we all know that. But how would the fight get made? If they can't make the fight with what's the boy? The fight with Keith Thurman and fucking Terence Crawford.
Let me jump in.
Yeah, he can cry and go ahead.
But don't you think because things are more in your favor? And let's just be realistic. You guys are the A-side fighter. You're the house fighter.
That's not even true. I think Keith Thurman, even though he don't have a belt, he would be the A-side fighter.
Be on ESP.
Crawford ain't been on a successful pay-per-view. Keith Thurman, win, lose, or draw, just fought Pacquiao. All of Crawford's pay-per-view numbers combined don't add up to one pay-per-view Keith did with Pacquiao.
Again, so it's in your favor that Keith isn't necessarily perceived to be 100%. Like, we never truly get 50-50 fights. It's always someone slightly the favorite, and that's what this would be. You guys are the A-side.
Right. Of course we're going to be the A-side. Any fight we're going to, we're going to be the A-side and shit.
Bro,
and
he said any fight we go to, bro, you can't, you're not going to win this, bro. There's no way you can win. He said any fight we go into, we're the A-side. Everything Bomac said, he pretty much predicted. This is exactly how Crawford is acting. He said 60-40, not on my watch, unless we the A-side and get to 60 and Errol Spence. I mean, good luck with this game plan.
Slightly favored. And remember I said, right, of course we're going to be the A-side. Any fight we're going to, we're going to be the A-side and shit. And
how you the A-side versus Errol if he cook Danny Garcia tomorrow?
Slightly favored. And remember I said that when y'all start coughing off names and shit here in the next minute or two. You know what I'm saying? So, or whatever the case got to be. Just think about it, y'all. Everybody up and up because he's talking all that shit now. But is Bob gonna sit down with? What's his name? What the boy name is? Al Heyman and shit to try to get that. Yeah. Is he gonna sit down with them to get that fight made? These fights, Terence is fighting. It got to have meaning to these fights and shit. Keith Thurman don't got no damn belt.
Bro, that is the weakest argument I've ever heard. The fight got to have meaning. Keith Thurman ain't got no damn belt. None of your opponents outside of Jeff Horn had a belt. So he just acknowledged that Keith Thurman has been calling him out, right? He said now that he's talking a little crap and stuff like that, But why should we fight? Keith Thurman ain't got no damn belt. Nobody had a belt, bro, except for Jeff Horn in this division that you've been fighting in since 2018. So that's the weakest argument I've ever heard. Keith Thurman ain't got no damn belt. Well, Mean Machine ain't had no damn belt. Amir Khan ain't had no damn belt. Jose Benavidez ain't had no damn belt. You ain't beat Lamont Peterson. What are we talking about, people? Bro, the walls are closing in. If that's your real argument, the walls are closing in. You just said Keith don't do nothing for you because he ain't got no damn belt. Nobody had a damn belt. And Jeff Horn, real talk, shouldn't have had a damn belt because Pacquiao beat his ass, almost stopped him in the 9th round. Come on, man. Come on.
Do we? No, he ain't even ranked in the top 5 in the welterweight.
He said Keith Thurman ain't ranked top 5. I mean, come on, bro. Champions don't get ranked, so name 5 other. What? See, I gotta ask rebuttal questions. If Keith Thurman, okay, champions don't get ranked because they're champions. Name 5 welterweights that are above Keith Thurman. Name 5 welterweight. He just said Keith Thurman is not a top 5 welterweight. So non-champion, because they can't get ranked on the sanctioning body, name 5 welterweights that are above Keith Thurman. They've accomplished more. They're perceived as greater fighters. Name 5. You can't even say Danny or Spence. Danny or Porter, because he already beat both of them. How is you guys better than Keith Thurman, accomplishment-wise? And Virgil Ortiz, that just sounds lunatic. How is Virgil Ortiz's best win is 140-pound Mauricio Herrera. So that don't make sense. He a good fighter, but he can't be over Keith. Bro, some of you guys live in a fantasy world. Keith Thurman has been on pay-per-view. Virgil Ortiz ain't. Keith Thurman fought Pacquiao. Virgil Ortiz ain't. Keith Thurman fought Danny and Sean. Virgil Ortiz ain't. Stop. Okay, shooters. Start blocking them. Block Patrick. I'm gonna just start picking them off. I don't want you guys on my channel. I swear. This man said Jaron Boots Ennis. He's a beast. How the fuck is he? How is he better than Keith Thurman ranking wise when he's done less? Not your own personal. We just gonna say some more dumb shit in the comments. Say we just gonna start clipping all y'all off. Man, get these dudes out of here. He talking about Boots. Boots is a motherfucker. He a beast. But these guys can't be ranked higher than Keith Thurman because they don't have the accolades and accomplishments at this point. Stop. So for real, I'm gonna ask one more time. Name 5 welter. And see, notice y'all don't listen. I said name 5. He said Keith Thurman ain't a top 5 welterweight. So if you ain't gonna name 5, then shut the fuck up. Straight like that. Name 5 welterweights that are above Keith Thurman. That is the whole question. You guys keep throwing out one name here and there. Listen, I'm not playing around in this. We got to get boxing. We got to clean this up. The question is name 5. If you can't name 5, you might as well just zip it. I'm catching bodies. He said Keith Thurman is not a top 5 welterweight because he lost to one Hall of Famer, Pacquiao. My question, if you can answer it, is name 5 welterweights. They can't be champions because champions don't get ranked that are ahead of Keith Thurman. Ahead. Virgil Ortiz is not ahead of Jaron Ennis. Of Keith. Stop. Y'all get cooked. You know it don't make sense.
There's one meaning to these fights and shit. Keith Thurman, Al Heyman and shit to try to get that. Is he gonna sit down with them to get that fight made? These fights, Terence is fighting. It gotta have meaning to these fights and shit. Keith Thurman don't got no damn belt. Do we? No, he ain't even ranked in the top 5 in the welterweight. Terence won't. He want to clear the division out. And who got the 2 belts left? Pacquiao and Errol Spence. And
bro, I can understand the ambition of wanting to fight the best, but if you can't get that, you can't get it. You can't. We gonna stick up PBC and force them to to feed you arrow when you want it?
How many times you done heard that? Now he ain't got no belt, so he's irrelevant now. You know,
Bro, he just said Keith Thurman ain't got no belt, so he's irrelevant now. But Mean Machine ain't had no belt. And Amir Khan wasn't irrelevant. Come on, man.
saying, oh, you a good big ass 47-pounder. Okay, that's nice and fine. Now he ain't got no.
Bro, he's telling on himself. He said Keith Thurman, all he is a big ass 47-pounder. So you don't want to fight a big ass 47-pounder? Man, come on, bro.
Bro, so he's irrelevant now. You know what I'm saying?
Listen.
Oh, you a good big ass 47-pounder. Okay, that's nice and fine and dandy. He did a little bit in the division and shit, but he got knocked off by the old man. And so old man took his spot. So what Terence say? But I want the old man down. And I still want that little young buck right there too. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna knock all y'all off and shit. It's real simple. You keep asking the same old questions, I'm gonna keep saying the same old answer. Girl, you see him on his phone. You know what I'm saying? All this going back and forth with trilogy, and it'd be great for the division.
Here's my question. Check it out. If you can't get the Manny Pacquiao deal done, what does Terence do? Because the last time I spoke with him, he told me, hey, if he doesn't fight this year, he doesn't fight this year. He's going to wait. So if you don't, and Manny chooses someone else, what does Terence do?
Hey, listen. What I'm gonna tell you what Terence gonna do. He's gonna do the same thing he told you he was gonna do. If he ain't gonna fight, he ain't gonna fight. Fuck. That's it. It's just as simple as that. You know. But I will tell you this. The fight is trying to be made. Manny wants to fight Terence. Terence wants to fight Manny. Bob knows that. Bob is doing everything that he can to get this fight made with those guys over in Qatar. Now it's a little bit tug of war going on and shit, but let's keep our fingers crossed and shit. Let's just keep our fingers crossed that the fight get made. If it don't get made, Terence ain't gonna fight this year, and don't let that present itself that's gonna be meaningful for Terence and for his career. Then he just set out until something come up. It's real simple, y'all.
He said, this is in August when he said this. He said, Manny Pacquiao, fingers crossed, they working on the fight. Surprise, surprise, like I predicted, the Pacquiao fight didn't happen. The whole Pacquiao and Qatar, bro, man, this is embarrassing, bro, to be honest. So in August, he was saying, oh, the Pacquiao, Qatar, whatever Bob Arum was telling them. And surprise, surprise, like I told you, it wasn't going to happen. And then he said, I don't know, this is just too much, bro. The money keep coming in. This is too much. This is too much cooking. Y'all got to get the likes up. This is too much cooking. Bro, so this was in August. He said, fuck it. If Crawford can't get the big fights, then he's just going to sit out. If that's what he said, he's just going to sit out. Well, guess what? He didn't sit out, and he fought Kell Brook. So you had a problem with fighting Keith Thurman because he's too irrelevant because he lost to a Hall of Fame Pacquiao, but you had no problem fighting Kell Brook. It's a bad take, no matter how you slice it. You fought Kell Brook. You said all this shit about you won't get credit because Keith Thurman is always injured, but guess what? Kell Brook has worse injuries that probably can't heal in your lifetime, and you still fought him, and he got cooked. As soon as he got hurt, he got cooked and didn't even have fighter instinct. We never seen Keith Thurman go out like that. Stop it. From within, wow, ego voice. Told you. Bud not getting Pacquiao. If Pacquiao loses his only, man, they keep saying this Pacquiao shit for years, bro. I got a video coming on that. This is embarrassing. He said, fingers crossed we get Pacquiao. Brian Custer asked a great question. He says, if you can't get Pacquiao next, what's next? He said, I don't know. We'll sit out if no opportunity presents itself. Well, you guys didn't sit out. And after all that complaining about Keith Thurman and why he's irrelevant and makes no sense to fight a big-ass welterweight, which is what he said, you guys fought another big-ass welterweight who people thought was washed in Kell Brook. The walls, if you guys do not see this, I don't know what to tell you. The walls have now closed in on Bud Crawford, bro. So you don't want to fight a big-ass beltless Keith Thurman. He said big-ass welterweight, but you'll fight a big-ass cooked-ass Kell Brook, who's probably bigger, and he has more shit wrong with him than Keith Thurman. And the perception, like Keith Thurman, he's making his weights. We haven't seen Kell Brook make that weight. Man, stop playing, bro. We ain't even seen Kell Brook make that weight in 3 years. Plus, Errol never got the Keith Thurman fight. So you're the real guy you're going after never got to cook Keith Thurman or never fought him. So he doesn't have that. Meanwhile, Errol Spence did body Kell Brook. And you basically had to fight Errol's leftovers, whereas Errol and Keith never fought, so it's not Errol's leftovers. The only person whose leftovers it is that beat him was Pacquiao. Man, this is y'all know what it is, bro. I'm up by 30. I'm up crazy, 49-0. You can't make this stuff make sense, no matter. Hey, let's get the likes up.
If the man say he don't want to fight, he don't want to fight. I can't make you fight. He ain't got a mind of his own. He ain't 9 to 10 years old no more. Why I tell him, get your ass out there and run. No, he got his own mind now. It's real simple. Keep this. Tell Keith this. Tell Keith this, and I'm sure you hear this interview. You should have kept your belt, boy. Now you ain't got no belt. Now you want to talk about Terence get underneath your skin.
Mac, the interview drops Tuesday, so make sure.
Bro, he keep telling Keith to get a belt, but everybody you fought outside of Jeff Horn didn't have a belt. This is a horrible logic. Bro, this is a horrible logic. Keith is irrelevant, and he's like, we're supposed to agree that Keith is a piece of shit fight because he lost to Pacquiao, but Mean Machine should have lost to Ray Robinson. You know, Amir Khan lost to Danny, who Errol's fighting tomorrow, and got cooked. Canelo cooked Amir's jaw. Samuel Vargas dropped him. Joel Diaz, who Keith Thurman ran through and broke his rib, he dropped Amir Khan. Man, come on, bro. This is bad. From Within said, realistically, Brook trash compared to Keith. See, Crawford, this is, I don't know, it's some Omaha shit. That because I don't know who else is believing this. Boss Red, $10. If I'm all, why would I help him? If I'm all, why would I don't know what that mean? If I'm all, why would I help a man that sued me? Oh, Al, I guess you mean Al Heyman. Said I don't like white fighters, prolonged and ran and cheated my top heavyweight fighters and still try to run for him, but you expect me to do bussing. I got you. But the other thing is, listen to the Top Rank shenanigans. Top Rank, ESPN, and Team Crawford continued to spin it and say everybody is ducking Bud. He said, you cooking like Steph Curry with the shot, boy. Listen, the Top Rank spin job, the ESPN spin job, they keep saying all these guys are ducking from the PBC because they can't get 2 fights. Pacquiao, which I don't care about that fight because if you really wanted Pacquiao, then why didn't you fight the Pacquiao fight when Pacquiao was with Top Rank and Bud was with Top Rank? I don't care. Pacquiao, he beat Keith Thurman. That was a young, hungry lion. If he wants to fight Conor McGregor or Mikey next, I salute that. If Bud get it, he get it. But I have no pity for Bud not getting a Pacquiao fight when they could have fought when it was all Top Rank business. And you wouldn't have to worry about who Pacquiao is. He was on your side. But Bob Arum already told you, man, y'all listening to the worst shit. Yeah, y'all sound stupid, bro. In the comment section, don't ever go against me ever again. You can't win. Everything I'm saying is fact. Everything I'm saying is fact. Y'all getting cooked. And I could keep going. Man, what? Listen. This is Bob Arum, January 28th of last year.
Pretty well it's been the case. So you just have to hope. Manny Pacquiao is a wonderful person. He brought up.
I want Terence Crawford.
Well, I see him get hurt.
Listen.
Would you have reservations if he said, next fight, I want Terence Crawford?
Well, I killed the fight. Yeah.
So you wouldn't want that for Manny?
No, because I would know how it would end.
Bro, get the fuck out of here. Listen, I'm catching bodies, bro. I'm catching bodies. 12 gauge, shotty. Bro, we playing shotty tag. I'm catching bodies. That was Bob Arum in 2019 to Fight Hub admitting that he killed a Crawford Pacquiao fight. So if Bud doesn't have the wherewithal to do the research that I'm doing, God bless you. Best of luck. Your own promoter who just threw you under the bus just said, he was asked a direct question. Would you make a Crawford versus Pacquiao fight? Your promoter says, no, I killed the fight because I don't want Manny to get hurt. And we all know how it happened. I'll run it back. Was it too loud? Listen, I need the fans to vote. Was it too loud? Do you want me to turn it down? Because I want to make sure you guys hear this. Was it too loud or is it too low? Was the volume too loud? Let's vote. Yes or no? Bro, this is Bob Arum admitting that he killed the fight. Bro, y'all getting cooked. All right, the volume is cool. Listen.
I want Terence Crawford.
Listen.
A lot to the sport. He does a lot for his country, and you wouldn't want to see him get hurt.
Listen.
Would you have reservations if he said, next fight, I want Terence Crawford?
Well, I killed the fight. Yeah.
So you wouldn't want that for Manny?
No, because I would know how it would end. Not that I knew it would end in serious disability for Manny. I wouldn't know. But as a fight, it would only end one way.
You wouldn't want to see Manny take a lot of damage? Would it pull towards your emotions, putting him in a position like that?
Forget my emotions. I wouldn't want to see him take that kind of damage because it might affect his future life, quality of his future life.
Get the fuck out of here. I just bodied y'all. The interview is from January 28th of last year, 2019. So now all of a sudden, after Bob Arum just says Pacquiao is too old, I don't want to see him get bashed the fuck up, and the fight only ends one way with Pacquiao on a stretcher or taking too much damage. So he said that last year. Now you want me to believe that Crawford, after Pacquiao has left Top Rank and he's working with ops, PBC, now you want me to believe that there's some alleged deal in Saudi Arabia, Qatar, Narnia, or whatever for Crawford to fight against Pacquiao. And they keep selling this to the public that there's a Pacquiao fight that's looming and it was down to happen and bound to happen until the COVID. Man, you've been saying the same shit for years. And he just told you he don't want to see an old Pacquiao, have a fucked up quality of life going forward, so he would never make the fight. But now all of a sudden, Bomac and Team Crawford is believing that this Qatar fight only was stifled by the COVID and the CDC and Prime Minister. Man, get the fuck out of here, bro. But good luck. Y'all getting cooked. Good luck. Good luck. Bro, he just told you. I just played it. And he said this more than one time. He said he don't. Man, I'm going to cook y'all. I promise you.
Progress. Then that leaves because
Well, you said you don't want Manny to fight him either.
Well,
Listen, I'ma cook y'all. Smash the like button. I'ma cook y'all.
So where does that put you with Crawford now in this position? Who's the second best? Is it still Manny, or are you looking at maybe Porter, Garcia?
Manny Pacquiao won't fight him because,
Well, you said you don't want Manny to fight him either.
well, yeah, I don't want Manny to fight him because it's a devastation, and I still have a sore spot for Manny. And guys like Sean Gibbons and so forth don't want Manny to fight him because they feel the same way. So rule out a Pacquiao fight.
Bro, I'm cooking y'all. Bro, I'm cooking y'all. It's over. So, Bo Mac's interview where he said, oh, we got the Pacquiao shit cooking. It's in the oven in Qatar. All right. Bro, I was trying to play cool, but fuck it. We got to keep it fair. Bro, So he just told you it won't happen. So what's changed? Oh my God. My job. That's why I get paid the big bucks, y'all. My shit too easy. I get paid to cook y'all. I'm a chef. I'm taking y'all to culinary school. Ego's culinary school. I'm cooking y'all. Bro, he just said it wouldn't happen. Oh my God, why you do him like that, Ego? Damn, son. Hey, nigga, everybody listening. That's the date of the interview. So that was this year where Bob Arum says, hold on, let me run this shit back. So that's the date of the interview. He said, Pacquiao fight won't happen. I'm cooking y'all. Listen, if y'all want to see a dead body, let's get to 1,000 likes. I'm going to show y'all a dead body. I'm going to run it back. That's the interview. That's the date. And that's the body. I told you I'm young forensic files. We going to get to it. So after this interview where Bob said that, Bo Mac and Crawford keep telling people that, oh man, I had the Pacquiao shit lined up. All right. And y'all said I'm a hater. I'm showing you receipts. I'm showing you facts. Let's see who else from Team Crawford bring this up. Bring up some facts like I'm bringing up. I'm showing you how to get to the shit, the date it happened. Come on, man. Let's get to 1,000 likes. Come on, man. I'm too wavy. So on March 9th, this video is uploaded. Listen.
So where does that put you with Crawford now in this position? Who's the second best? Is it still Manny, or are you looking at maybe Porter, Garcia?
Manny Pacquiao won't fight him because,
well, you said you don't want Manny to fight him either.
well, yeah, I don't want Manny to fight him because it's a devastation, and I still have a sore spot for Manny. And guys like Sean Gibbons and so forth don't want Manny to fight him because they feel the same way. So rule out a Pacquiao fight.
It's over for y'all. March 9th, 2020, Bob Arum said that. Rule out a Pacquiao fight. So how did we rule this back in Qatar? Because this is what Crawford keep telling people. Oh, yeah, I got the Pacquiao shit. All right, bro. I told you. No more Mr. Nice Guy. He said, so you were never fighting Pacquiao like I predicted. You were always fighting a guy like Kell Brook because that's what they could give you. And you're not the A side like I've been telling you. Bro, it's over for Bud. Like, not saying his career's over, but you got some real life, your shit's in shambles, bruh. All this stuff is out there. He just said, rule out a Pacquiao fight. I just showed you the date, everything I could possibly show you. I let you hear it. March 9th, 2020. But then at the top of or during the pandemic, you want me to believe after, okay, so keep this in mind, people, because this is, I told you, I'm Young Forensic Files. I get to the bottom of the case. Before the pandemic, because when the NBA locked down, it was after this date, right? So that's why they're both next to each other with no mask. Bro, I'm cooking y'all. I'm cooking y'all. They're next to each other with no mask. So that's how you know that this was before the pandemic, because the pandemic did start in March, but it was at the end. If you notice, Bob Arum, being an older gentleman, he's been masked up, and they're right in close proximity. So this interview was clearly before the pandemic. That's the date screenshotted from the upload. So this was before the pandemic, right? He says, rule out Crawford versus Pacquiao. I'll let you listen to it. Boom. You wanted me to believe, which I told you was bullshit because I've always been sitting on this. You want me to believe that in a pandemic year where crowds are sketch at best, they said Joshua, who can do numbers in the UK, is only going to have 1,000 fans. You wanted me to believe that there was a Pacquiao-Crawford fight that was just about done in Qatar, and it got disheveled the last minute. Block IMD or whatever. Block him. In a pandemic year, when this man just said before the pandemic, rule out a Pacquiao fight. But now we're in a pandemic. I guess he had to tell Crawford something. So he said, oh, man, we was this close to the Pacquiao fight in Qatar. Come on, bro. He says, rule out a Pacquiao fight for Crawford. One last time.
In this position, who's the second best? So where does that put you with Crawford now in this position? Who's the second best? Is it still Manny, or are you looking at maybe Porter, Garcia?
Manny Pacquiao won't fight him because I feel the same way. So rule out a Pacquiao fight. Then that leaves maybe Danny Garcia.
I am the king. I am the boxing god. He said, rule out Pacquiao in March of this year. Rule out Manny Pacquiao, and that leaves Danny Garcia. Tomorrow, Danny Garcia is fighting who? Oh, that dude behind me. Oh, Errol Spence Jr. And Crawford just fought like 2-3 weeks ago against a guy that Errol Spence beat, Kell Brook. Okay, so where's Crawford, Danny Garcia? Because Errol just flew through a car, and he's fighting Danny Garcia tomorrow. Damn. Cash App on the screen. I told you, every time I bust y'all ass, it's like payday for me. I treat this shit like Floyd. Easy work. I'm TB Ego. Bro, he just said, oh, yeah. Rule out Pacquiao. That leaves Danny Garcia. Is Crawford fighting Danny Garcia this year? I think not. His own trainer, after this interview was already out, said, why should we fight Keith? He ain't got no belt. Okay, Danny Garcia ain't had no belt, and you didn't fight him. And then now Crawford's doing Instagram live. They all over the place. Now Crawford did the live and said, man, Danny ain't really beat nobody. Oh, my gosh.
It's like Sean Gibbons and so forth. Yeah, I don't want Manny to fight him because it's
I don't want Manny to fight him, he said. And then he follows up by saying Manny's team don't want to fight either. But I thought later on this year you were trying to convince us that they were fighting in Qatar.
For now in this position, who's the second best?
Y'all got bodied, man. This shit easy.
So where does that put you with Crawford now in this position? Who's the second best? Is it still Manny, or are you looking at maybe Porter, Garcia?
Manny Pacquiao won't fight him because...
Well, you said you don't want Manny to fight him either.
Well, yeah, I don't want Manny to fight him because it's a devastation, and I still have a sore spot for Manny. And guys like Sean Gibbons and so forth don't want Manny to fight him because they feel the same way. So rule out a Pacquiao fight. Then that leaves maybe Danny Garcia. I don't think that's a particularly big fight. And it's like a who cares fight.
But you're willing to make Kell Brook. Okay, so Danny Garcia is on paper. Bro, I'm done. It's over. I destroyed your whole empire. It's over, bro. So Danny Garcia is not a big fight. And you rule this whole team is clearly thinking the same way. So in March of this year, Bob Arum says rule out Pacquiao. Later tried to convince people that Crawford was fighting Pacquiao in Qatar. I didn't want to have to do this, but y'all made me. Then he said Danny Garcia is an option, but he's not a particularly big fight. But guess what? Fox, a big network that has more built-in subscribers than ESPN, they feel it's a big fight because they're putting Danny Garcia on tomorrow. You see the picture in the back from the press conference? They putting that fight on pay-per-view. So obviously Danny Garcia does some. The network, a big network, has some level of confidence that as a main event, Danny Garcia can sell because you see the picture. He got the little pink joint, the little camera on killer, right? That's what I'm doing to y'all, killing y'all. They're putting him on pay-per-view with the boy Errol Spence. So you just said an option. That's how you know it's a lie, bro. An option is Danny Garcia, which we know he didn't fight this year. And he said it's not a big fight, but Fox thinks Danny Garcia versus Errol Spence is pay-per-view main event worthy. I mean, it's over, bro. These games don't work anymore.
So rule out a Pacquiao fight.
Yeah, I'll rule it out.
Then that leaves maybe Danny Garcia. I don't think that's a particularly big fight. And it's like a who cares fight. I look more at the 140s who eventually become 147s. Ramirez, Prograis,
Prograis he just signed a one-fight deal to PBC. He might stay with him. Shout out to KAB Digital, $10. Let's get it. Let's get this money.
Scottish guy Taylor. I think those will be big future opponents for Crawford.
So once again, they have no one for Crawford because Taylor and Jose Ramirez haven't even fought each other. So how are they going to move up and they ain't even fought each other for undisputed, which you know Bob Arum wants to make? Bro, I am destroying everything y'all stand for. Bro, Josh Taylor and Jose Ramirez have to fight each other. You think Bob Arum and ESPN are going to let that slide and get away and not put an undisputed 140 fight when they have all the pieces? So Crawford is going to have to. So he just said Danny Garcia is not a particularly big fight, but they put on Kell Brook. Then Bob Arum threw Crawford under the bus and said he don't promote good. Yeah, but it's also you're not giving them the fights that people want. Man, come on, bro. And then, bro, it's over, bro.
I ain't old yet. I don't feel old.
Surrender is not defeat, Joe. You're resisting change.
That's why I say it's a 50-50 fight. It was see it. Made both of them, lead the ring healthy. One moment. And everybody talking about they always, they real and they know boxing. Well, let's be real. If you know boxing, why should we consider Danny Garcia a top welterweight in the division? Can somebody tell me that?
Now, this was recently. Now you hear the game plan in full true motion. Now Terence Crawford, after your own promoter said, kill the Pacquiao fight. He said he killed it. Then he did another interview, said, take Pacquiao off the list before the pandemic. You mean to tell me that before the pandemic, Bob Arum says that killed the Pacquiao fight. That's not going to happen. He made sure that didn't happen. He said these things. You can get a Pacquiao fight done in the pandemic. Keep in mind, Pacquiao is a man of his people. So he's in the Philippines often and he's helping people. So we knew he wasn't going to fight this year. So you mean to tell me Crawford and Pacquiao could have really fought in a pandemic year, possibly with no crowd, after he just said the Pacquiao fight is dead? Then he said Danny Garcia. Now you see why Terence Crawford is having to double back and say, what has Danny really done? I mean, if we're being honest, man.
Who y'all got this weekend? Real, if you know boxing, why should we consider Danny Garcia a top welterweight in the division? Can somebody tell me that?
Yeah, but your promoter said he was trying to get you a Danny Garcia fight and y'all didn't get it. Bro, it's over. Block Loco. Block him. Block him. So now you have to revert on shitting on Danny Garcia's resume after your own promoter said Danny Garcia is not a particularly big fight, but that's a guy you would consider. I mean, once again, the team is all over the place. Block him. Bro, this old statuesque old way of promoting, it's over. The internet killed all that. New media, digital mob, we killed all that. You can't just go out there willy-nilly. The most dangerous thing is a camera and a microphone. All this stuff is recorded. You know, you just saying whatever and then have to sweep it up and clean it up later. That's not a good thing.
And that's my boy, you know what I mean? I ain't hating on him or nothing. I just want to hear, you know, from the people. You know, I just want to see what people will allude to. Can anybody tell me why Danny Garcia is the top welterweight in the division?
See, and now you got to bash Danny Garcia's resume after your own promoter said he was an option. After your promoter had also said that he don't want to make Sean Porter and Danny fights because they're irrelevant. They only want Errol Spence. Man, this team is all over the place. Stop it. They all over the place. And we supposed to just pretend we didn't hear all this various assortment of bullshit. Stop. The money keep coming in. Look, the money keep coming in. We making that Friday night loop. BTL TV Media. Behind the Lens TV, just because. Rest in peace to Big L. Absolutely. Harlem. Shout out to Russell. He gonna send $5. No message. Myron Dinner, Ego in his Method Man. He said, Ego, get him. In my Method Man voice. Shout out to Myron Dinner. Shout out to Russell for the $5. Man, we get money on two apps, YouTube and Cash App, at the same time. Okay. We got another one, $5. Appreciate you. He said, you undefeated, and he put the King crowd. Shout out to Randall for the $5 Cash App. Man, what? Method Man is raw. Absolutely. Bro, it's looking bad for Bud. Great fighter, but the business ain't making sense. And listen, the more you squirm in a situation like this, the more you squirm, the worse it gets, because you're already trailing. It's like being down in a game of Madden. You have to contemplate every move, every statement you make, everything. You know what I'm saying? It's like the fourth quarter, you can't have no turnovers, no interceptions. You're already down because of what you and your team have put out. Your team really said, why should we fight Keith Thurman? But you fought who the public perceives as less than Keith Thurman in 2020, Kell Brook. Your team has promised you Pacquiao, and then they said Bob Arum said, I killed the Pacquiao fight. Cancel Pacquiao off your list. That ain't happening. And then later the year, in a pandemic year, they said, hey, the Pacquiao fight on the table for Qatar. All right. And they've been saying Pacquiao for the last 3 years. They paying just to complain. That's how big we getting. Look at the man crying. He was crying. Bro, they paying just to complain. You see this? Ain't this a trip? Hold on. Look, I want y'all to see this. The man sent $2. Why are you blocking people that don't agree with you? Bro, why are you sending me money just to complain? You don't have to watch the channel. It's cool. Why are you blocking people? Because of my channel. Block him. If you was here right now, we would block you. Man, come back to the channel under alias so I could block you again. No refunds. Yeah, no refunds. They paying just to cry. He was crying in there. Man, this is crazy. No refunds. Let's try to get to 1,000 likes. Y'all crazy. I don't know, man. The more Buzz team puts out, it just gets sloppier. They just keep saying everything. Not cool. It's just block him. He back. Long live Zoe. Yeah, we're going to see if you live through these shooters. Hold on. Block long live Zoe. He back. And no refunds. No refunds. I'm keeping the $2. My money. My money. He probably going to request a refund through Cash App. He gonna try to request a man, give my $2 back, man. That was my money. He gonna try to get that $2 back. That's hella funny. Bro, they angry. They was crying in there. Anyway, I don't know what Bud's team is trying to accomplish. And the more you try to scrutinize other people's resume, the more we got to look into yours. We're going to look into your resume every time you say something about Sean Porter's resume or Danny Garcia's resume or Keith Thurman's resume. Bro, no matter how stubborn Bud is, nobody believes what you're saying outside of maybe your inner circle. Nobody. Let's vote right now. Does anybody believe Bud has beaten somebody at welterweight better than Keith Thurman even after he lost the Pacquiao split decision? Bud, this is what people think. Here's what they listen. I'm just a real person, so I'm real enough to say it. Is there anyone who believes that Keith Thurman is a worse out than the people he's fought at welterweight? Look. You see? That's what I'm saying. Does anyone believe that Keith Thurman, even coming off a loss to Pacquiao, is less fresh than Kell Brook at welter in 2020? Mean Machine is better than Keith Thurman? Based on what? You in the hot seat. Hold on. Shooters, let me get some. Let me get a piece of this. Hold on. Mean Machine is better than Keith Thurman based on what? Who he beat? Bro, I miss Roger Mayweather so bad. We ain't beat no motherfucking body. Okay, then. And the money keep coming in. You saying that stupid shit. The money keep coming in. Okay. Who has Mean Machine beat that makes you believe he's better than Keith Thurman? Let's get the claps up. This man dropped 100. Keep cooking them, Ego. Jay Brown. I told you it's fight week. I'm working double time, overtime. What has Mean Machine done that leads you to believe that he's better than Keith? He's never even been a champion. So where did you get that from? Okay. Darren Edelin. Just as far as a tough opponent, block him. Bro, I'm going to teach y'all to say that dumb shit in my chat. Block him. You've done enough disservice to this chat. Listen, let's get the claps up. The man, for everybody. Somebody just sent $100. I told you, I'm the stream king, man. Bro, no, just put him in timeout. He wasn't. He was cool about it. Just put him in timeout. We gonna show him mercy. I'll show him a little mercy, but you better fix it. Hey, Sura, don't block him. Just put him in timeout. Okay, he fixed it. Okay. Unblock. I think you have to unblock. I don't know how this works. Bro, this man said Mean Machine is better than Keith Thurman. Like that, there's no way to even quantify that. You see what I'm saying? Keith Thurman is a former two-belt champion that fought Pacquiao. Put Mean Machine in with Pacquiao. That style will get him cooked. The man Mean Machine get cooked by Pacquiao. That stationary shit, man, come on. He said Aegis Kafalauskas is not even the best welter from Lithuania. That's hilarious. Yeah, y'all got to put some respect on that boy Keith's name. I know he, didn't look like he really wanted that smoke with Errol, but aside from that, because I didn't agree with that. Look, they was crying in there. Don't block me. I love your content. Nah, we blocking all that. Block him. Bro, I don't know. Bud got some decisions. Bro, he said Mean Machine is better than Keith Thurman. Based on what? Like, see, listen, that's why people are going ham on Bud, because we know Bud is good, but it's hard to see how good you are if you're not fighting the people we need to see you fight. Like, bro, Gary Russell is I don't know if it's true, but Gary Russell is claiming that Bud got chin checked and dropped and broken jaws back in the day. Gamboa hurt Bud. Right? So, if we don't see with a Danny Garcia who has Philly bricks and sledgehammers, we don't know if you could take Danny's power. And Bud is the type of fighter where he doesn't necessarily back down. He doesn't necessarily fight defense first all the time. Sometimes he makes a dog fight out of it. You see what I'm saying? So Mean Machine really dropped Bud, to be honest. So my thing is, can you deal with the suffocating pressure of a Sean Porter? Bro, name someone Bud beat at welterweight who has a better resume than Jose Cito Lopez. I swear I'm so serious right now. Like, the experience level that Jose Cito Lopez brings into the ring, name someone that Bud fought that their resume is better than Jose Cito Lopez. This is real boxing talk. Name one fighter whose resume at the time they fought Bud Crawford was better than Jose Cito Lopez. Someone said Amir Khan. No, they fought a lot of the same people. Amir Khan fought, block both of them people. They try to listen, Papa. No, Amir Khan has a good resume, but Amir Khan resume, they both fought Maidana, so that's a wash. They both fought Canelo, so that's a wash. But then Riverside Rocky also fought some people like Virgil Ortiz that Amir Khan didn't fight. So they about even, because Amir Khan, he fought a lot of the top people. But so did Jose Cito Lopez. They both, like I said, they both fought Canelo, and Jose Cito fought Canelo before Maidana, and he didn't get cooked like Amir Khan. Jose Cito moved up to 54 after the Victor Ortiz performance, and he got dropped and hurt, but he didn't get fucked up like Amir Khan. Amir Khan got knocked out. So that's pretty much a wash. They both fought Maidana. And even still, Amir Khan don't have the current momentum that even a Jose Cito. Jose Cito has actually been looking good recently. Stopped John Molina on the Errol Spence big card with Porter. he gave Berto a hell of a shot. That's what I'm saying. They both got good resumes, but that's about even. Because Jose Cito fought Jesse Vargas. Amir Khan didn't fight him. Jose Cito fought Berto. They both fought Canelo. And they both fought Maidana, so that's kind of a wash. Jose Cito also fought against guys like John Molina. He about to fight Chia Santana tomorrow. He fought Victor Ortiz. He fought Keith Thurman and hurt him. See? Amir Khan never fought Keith Thurman. So that's about a wash. Because Keith Thurman is up there. Because he fought a champion, Keith Thurman, and hurt him. Yeah, Keith Thurman was running for the hills and shit. It sounds like, and this is just how they're making me feel, Bud's team. It sounds like they are content making a couple million while other people do the heavy lifting, and then they fight the winner. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody else, do the heavy lifting, and then after that, I like bringing them to me. You know how movies where the bad guys say, "Bring them to me." Shout out to Russell. We got a $5 from my man Russell. $5 cash app. Shout out to Enrique Ashan. It looked like it says Hanukkah. You got the Hanukkah candles. Appreciate you. He sent $5. Russell says he sent another one, $5. Danny Garcia is a great fighter. Ego, good job. That's what I'm saying. We just asking for fairness, bro, and be real. David Exum, $2. Appreciate you. Bro. Bud got to make choices, bro. He got to make choices. Go where the cool kids is at, or, at the very least, beg your promoter to make one of these fights, because that's what the public is pretty much demanding at this point. What the hell? It's weird. The weird thing about Bud Crawford right now is I feel like Bud Crawford's team, let's get to 1,000 likes. Let's go. I feel like Bud Crawford's team recently is talking like on a high horse, on a pedestal, when they don't have leverage. That's what I don't understand. That's the biggest thing that's killing me. They're talking like they're on a high horse on a pedestal without the leverage. Like, where do they think this leverage is coming? See, you have to understand. Listen, I know I keep saying this. This whole leverage thing is not derived only on skill. There's a lot of skill guys that don't get paid top dollar. There could be a guy who skillfully is better than Broner, but he ain't making what Broner making. You see what I'm saying? So fighters are under, like, I don't know if it's Top Rank, how they like teach the people up and condition them, but it's like they teach the Top Rank fighters that will get you on the pound for pound list, and then they think they've made it. You know what I mean? Like Teofimo, he run around saying he better, or not better, but A-side over Tank. Just because you beat Loma, nobody, I'm just being real. I never thought Loma was what they said he was. I thought he was cool, but I never bought into Loma being number one pound for pound. I always had Crawford ahead of him, skillfully. I thought Crawford, and still do, think Crawford is harder to beat. But it's like, you got top ranked fighters who they're like, nah, I did everything. Like, they conquered Mount Everest. They conquered Mount Everest. And it's like, I don't know what they teach them behind the scenes or whatever, but Crawford is a terrific fighter for sure. But at the end of the day, just because you're skilled doesn't mean you hold the leverage. Again, there's a lot of guys who are skilled that aren't, aren't A-side draws or don't hold the leverage. So I'm just trying to understand where Crawford believes that they have all this leverage when literally Crawford has exhausted all of his competition for real on his side by a long shot. Shout out to Daquandre. He sent $5 in the Cash App. Much love to you guys. Oh, we got another one. $20. My man Raul. It says for the good work. He sent a dub. $20 from Raul. I appreciate y'all. We just gonna work on upgrades for the channel. Do things bigger and better. I will be doing the Boxing Eagle watch party tomorrow. Crawford, man, the what this all boils down to, people want to see Crawford in good fights. That's it. But you got to be reasonable, You got to be reasonable. Crawford, some of what's being said is not, to me, reasonable. Like, where do you feel like how are you the A side? Ego for Prez. Bro. And then, like, it's like some audacity for Crawford to try to nitpick Garcia. Why is Garcia a top welterweight? Why is Sean Porter the top welterweight? Boom, boom, boom. But who's the top welterweight that Mean Machine ever even beat? Name a top welterweight that Amir Khan beat. Luis Collazo? At the point when Amir Khan fought him, that was him moving up from 40. But was that a top welterweight? Was he considered a top 5 welterweight or anything? Devin Alexander, he wasn't a champion. Sean Porter already beat him. So name one. Listen, Crawford is making this harder to understand than it really needs to be. No, the Ego watch party, you don't have to be a member. Bro, name out of all the guys. Listen, this is a true question. Out of all the welterweight fights that Crawford has, and excluding Jeff Horn, and the only reason I'm excluding him because I don't think he really truthfully beat Pacquiao. Outside of Jeff Horn, because I told you that immediately. The video is still up. I don't think he beat Pacquiao for real. So after that, since you can't fight Keith Thurman because he don't have a belt, after the Jeff Horn fight, name someone he fought that had beat a top welterweight in the last 2 years. So you can't say Kell Brook because the Sean Porter fight was in like 2012 or 14 or something. Because his point was Danny Garcia lost at the top level. Sean Porter lost at the top level. But realistically, name the top level guys in the last 2 years that you fought at welterweight that had to win. Come on, bro. So Jose Benavidez, did he have a top level welterweight? He came from 140. So did he have Kell Brook? He didn't have no top welterweight wins. He was fighting at 50. Oh, you just respelled it. I see what you're saying. Bro, Khan didn't have no top welterweight wins in the last 2-3 years. Stop. Sean Porter in the last 2-3 years actually beat quality. Got you guys, Danny, boom. Granados, boom. Some people even said he should have beat Errol, boom. You know what I mean? But if we're just going off of ones he achieved, those are guys he all beat except for Errol. Name a top welterweight that Mean Machine beat. You can't name no top welterweight Mean Machine beat. Anyway, I'm about to get my voice a rest. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Yeah, man, Crawford gonna have to sort this out because to me it's not really making sense. It's not making sense at all. Bro, man's got hurt by Gamboa and lost every round before Kell Brook folded. That's what I'm saying. And he was losing to Thomas Delorme and Gamboa. So that's why people have to see you in there with, bro, I said this point and I'll say it again. Oh, we getting that Venmo money. Hold on. They on Venmo. Keep doing your thing. Aloha from Hawaii. Shout out to Daniel Dixon. Yeah, we getting 10 out of the Venmo. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to my man. He out of Hawaii. Daniel Dixon. Appreciate you. Shout out to Eric Bay. He in the Cash App, $10. Thank you. Thank you for your support. We just working. He said, keep dropping them facts. That's what I'm saying. I'm just curious. Like, I'm not trying to, like, see, I'm spitting facts. Crawford said he was doing this. He said, oh, I'm just speaking the truth. A lot of y'all don't know nothing about boxing. Everything I said shows some type of propensity of knowing the sport of boxing. I'm not making none of this stuff up. I'm letting you listen to clips, what Bob said, what Bo Mac said. This ain't made up on my end. I can't speak for nobody else. Everything I'm saying. Bro, none of the guys you beat outside of Jeff Horn had a top welterweight win before you fought him in the last 2-3 years. And Jeff Horn's only win, I don't think he really won. I thought it was some cook job. Bro, notice this. Top Rank put Pacquiao in his last fight on his contract because you notice after that he fought Matisse, independent of Top Rank. And then the reports came out, Pacquiao said he felt set up. Notice that Pacquiao's last fight, they take him to Australia and he wins a robbery. Jeff Horn wins a robbery. How convenient. Just like when Andy Ruiz went to New Zealand and really beat Joseph Parker, and then the Duco Events New Zealand fighter conveniently won on the scorecards when a lot of people thought Andy Ruiz should have won. It's funny how that keeps happening on Top Rank cards. You know what I mean? Pacquiao's last fight, you take him to Australia, instead of feeding him to Crawford, you feed Pacquiao to some school teacher from Australia with a high-pitched voice, and conveniently, most people thought that Pacquiao won, but in Australia, the judges seen it as Pacquiao losing, and then they rescored it and said Pacquiao lost. Come on, bro. And aside from not having leverage, Crawford's team is openly saying, why should we fight Keith Thurman? He ain't got no belt, damn it. But none of these other dudes had a belt either. Mean Machine, all these recent Jose Benavidez. You like, man, we ain't gonna get no credit. Keith Thurman, they're gonna say his arm hurt. Okay, just like they say Amir Khan got a glass chin. Just how they say Jose Benavidez got shot in the leg. Just how they say that Kell Brook eyes is messed up. Bro, everyone outside of Mean Machine carried those same stigmas. Bo Mac really said, why should we fight Keith Thurman? They just gonna make excuses and say this guy's arm or leg is messed up, boom, boom, boom. That's exactly what they're actually saying about all of your opponents. They're saying everybody had a disability except for maybe Mean Machine. And coincidentally, Mean Machine was your toughest fight. Or that or the Benavidez fight. Now I really have questions about, Crawford against anybody that we want to see. The more they keep talking, the more they say, now I really got to see these fights. Bud might win, but I don't know. The way they're acting, like, oh, we only want 2 fighters, and if we don't get the 2 fighters, then fuck everybody else. I mean, then I don't know. Maybe there's something they know that I don't. Bro, Keith Thurman is a dangerous fight for anyone, especially a beltless Keith. And real talk, Crawford gets hit. Crawford don't have Pernell Whitaker defense or Mayweather defense. And even if he does, he doesn't. Sometimes he's just stubborn, like the Mean Machine fight. So you can't tell real boxing fans like myself that Keith Thurman is an easy fight. Put it this way. I'm going to wrap it up right here. Let's get the lights up. I'm gonna wrap it up like this. I need to see Crawford fight somebody where the odds aren't what the odds were with everyone he's fought. Jeff Horn, he was the heavy favorite. Jose Benavidez, heavy favorite. Mean Machine, heavy favorite. Amir Khan, heavy favorite. Kell Brook, heavy favorite. If he fought Keith Thurman, I promise you the odds are going to be a little bit more realistic for anyone who knows boxing. I need to see that level fight. Like, even if they favor Crawford, it's going to be closer. I promise you that. If anybody's betting with some common sense, if you fight Keith Thurman or Sean Porter, a guy like that, the odds ain't going to be what they were for Jose Benavidez and Mean Machine at the times in which you fought them, period. So it's not just about the belts, because I guarantee you this, whatever champion Jeff Horn, whatever the odds were, the odds will be closer for Sean Porter and Keith Thurman, and they don't have belts anymore. So it's not just, you're not going to play us with this belt talk. Because, yes, technically Jeff Horn had the belt, but a lot of people thought he got his ass whooped, so that we knew, even though you were coming from 140, his style wasn't fucking with your style. But there will be people who put money on Sean Porter. There will be people who put money comfortably on Keith Thurman. Not everybody. Bud could be the favorite. But I promise you, and listen, if I'm lying, prove me wrong. See, everybody says I don't know shit in boxing. Oh, you casuals, and you're just a YouTuber, and they want to disrespect us YouTubers and media, like, oh, y'all don't know shit. Prove me wrong. Fight Keith. Next. No in between. Next. Springtime, May, March, something like that. Fight Sean Porter right now. He's off the Formula. He got to win. You undefeated. Fight him next. If you do that, I guarantee you, as predicted, the odds will be closer than the champion you fought, Jeff Horn. So even though that's what I'm saying, you can't play these little top-ranked mind games with real motherfuckers that know boxing. We get it. Jeff Horn had a belt. You became a champion by beating him. But the real motherfuckers who watch boxing hardcore every day, guess what? We know what Sean Porter brings to the table. We know what Keith Thurman brings to the table. So even if we favor you, we still think they have a better shot than Jeff Horn of some success. That's what I'm saying. These fighters got to understand, fuck a belt. We don't care about no belt like that. There's guys that got belt. Golovkin right now about to fight Kamil Sesmeno. Why he ain't fighting Derevchenko? We know, because he really shouldn't have that belt. Derevchenko whooped that boy ass. Okay. Didn't I just say that? So there's a lot of guys that have belts that shouldn't. We not pressed about that. All I know is ever since I've been watching Sean Porter, he brings his A game. He's always in dog shape. All I know is ever since I've been watching Danny Garcia, he always has heavy hands. 140, 147. He got a hell of a chin. All I know is Keith Thurman is a great fighter. Whether he has a belt or doesn't have a belt, he showed me that. He showed heart in the Pacquiao fight. He showed power throughout his career. He showed athleticism and foot speed. He showed hand speed. He showed he can knock people out. He showed he can hurt people. He showed he could be hurt and still bounce back. Luis Collazo, Jose Cito Lopez, Pacquiao. He showed me the grit of a champion. Mean Machine ain't show me shit before you fought him. Amir Khan, in recent memory, he ain't show me shit. He got fucking manhandled by Samuel Vargas. This is a game you can't win, bro. Yeah, it's going down tomorrow. Box Ego watch party. Y'all know what it is. See, Icy, a real boxer, he said that body shot Keith took from Manny was nasty. That's what I'm saying. But he thugged that one out. Boxing Eagle watch party tomorrow. Appreciate y'all for messing with me today. All the super chats, all the great fans, all the support, all the haters. Y'all only get half a bar. Fuck y'all. We'll be back tomorrow. I got some more videos I'll drop in between. So if you're new, consider subscribing. But, he got to make his next move his best move. I promise you, if Thurman gets the fight with Crawford next, the odds will be closer than any fighter he's fought. Who want to bet me? Listen, everybody say I don't know what I'm talking about, but don't nobody want to bet some racks. I bet you you think Kell Brook in 2020, the odds, bro, if you bet 100 on Kell, you get 850. You ain't getting them odds with Keith Thurman. And that's how you know it's the mark of a great fight. Bro, the odds, listen to me. I promise you. The odds for Mayweather, who's a better fighter, Mayweather or Crawford? If you had to pick somebody, who showed you more? This is real true. That ain't a punchline. These are real facts. Who's better in your eyes, Mayweather or Crawford? Watch how I finish him. Mayweather, money. Okay, I figured most people would say Mayweather because of what he's done for 22 years. Right? Despite Mayweather being as good as we know for the last 20 plus years, the odds for Mayweather McGregor were actually closer than most, if not all, Terence Crawford fights at welterweight. Conor McGregor really had people believing that he could do some, Irish shit and fuck Mayweather up. And we know how great Mayweather is. I swear, I was in Vegas. I covered that fight. The odds for Mayweather McGregor, look it up. The odds for Mayweather McGregor were actually closer, meaning if you bet on Conor, you could actually make some money. Or if you bet on Mayweather to lose, you could get some money. Look it up. Then Terence Crawford opponents. So men lie, women lie, numbers don't. When it comes to how people type and text and shit, right? People will say anything for free, but they ain't gonna put no money on that bullshit. Like the support I get, you see all the super chats, all the Cash App, that's support. People are like, you're doing a good job. I want to help the channel, let's get to the next level. That's real. To hate, you see the haters come, that's free. Free. If you're not paying, you say anything. But if you ain't paying, you probably don't believe that. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people, if they say, "Oh, you're wrong, ego," they wouldn't put no money on it though. You see what I'm saying? So the moral of the story is this: look at the odds for Crawford's fights. Ain't nobody betting for Crawford to lose at all, and everybody believes Crawford's going to win by a heavy margin because that's what history has showed, and that's the opposition level he's fighting. But even the great Mayweather had close odds with Conor McGregor. So Conor McGregor's showmanship really had people wagering on him, believing that Conor had a shot. So the odds were pretty close. I promise you. But they're not close with Crawford fights because nobody believes Mean Machine is going to beat him, even though that was a pretty tough fight. I promise you. Boom. Look, everything I say is true. Bleacher Report. Conor McGregor, excuse me, versus Mayweather. The betting odds dropped to a 4-1 underdog for Conor. Closer to the fight, so many people put money on Conor McGregor that he was listed as a plus 375 underdog. Right? So, with the plus 375, if you bet $100, you would in turn almost get $400. That's 4-1. You would almost get $400 profit plus your $100 back. Right? You guys get me so far, right? Before the fight, so many people put money on Conor that he was only a plus 375. So that means people thought Conor McGregor could beat Floyd. Because it came down. They thought it was like more even, right? If you look at Jose Benavidez right? And Terence Crawford, the odds. Hold on, because I want to give you an accurate number. Somebody write that down. Plus 375 for Conor. Somebody write plus 375. All right, look. This is from Talk Sport. Online sports book Pro Boxing Odds has Crawford as a heavy favorite. The logical theory is odds makers are looking at Crawford being regarded as one of the best pound-for-pound fighters, and Benavidez only fighting twice in the last 27 months. You hear me? Only fighting twice in the last 27 months. The former undisputed Crawford comes in at a ridiculous minus 2,395, which means you would have to spend $2,395, so $2,400, in order to win $100 in the Benavidez fight. Bro, do you understand what I just said? Crawford was minus 2,395. That's $5 away from 2,400. So just to give you guys a nice solid number, I'm going to add $5 to it. Fair? So negative 2,400. So if you bet on Crawford, who was the heavy favorite in the Benavidez fight to win, you would have to put up $2,400 just to win $100. This particular site says Benavidez is plus 2,000. This means if you bet $100 on Jose Benavidez and he won, you would win your $100 back or keep that, and you would win $2,000. So you would have $2,100 if Benavidez won off of $100. And some some websites had Benavidez as 5,000, meaning if you put $100 in, you win $5,000. I swear. So how's Mayweather, who's a great, and Conor McGregor, the odds were close, but all of Crawford's fights be looking like that with crazy ass odds? Just like when Golovkin was fighting Willie Monroe and it was like 50-1 underdogs and shit like that. So that tells you, because people, they spending their hard-earned money. Ain't nobody trying to bet stupid, so they're going to bet with some common sense. See, anyone can say anything for free in the comment section, but most people ain't going to bet their hard-earned money on some bullshit. If you bet $100 on Jose Benavidez, if he would have won, you would have won $2,000. If, like I said, we could bet. Me and y'all can bet. Keith Thurman, if Keith Thurman fights Crawford next, right now, even coming off a loss, I guarantee you the odds ain't gonna look like that. Because people with their hard-earned money, they're gonna have to take a good look at it and favor who they want to favor, which is probably Crawford, but it ain't gonna be by that margin. I promise you. Or if he fought Danny or Sean Porter, and Danny doesn't get cooked by Errol Spence tomorrow. So that's how you can kind of always tell some of the matchups. When Canelo's fighting Golovkin and Better Be is fighting Vodstick, usually the odds are pretty, decently close. They're not this way off Golovkin versus Dominique Wade, Golovkin versus Willie Monroe, guys we never fucking heard of. Icy said Keith Thurman outlanded Manny by 15 punches. Bro, Manny was getting fucked up in the first round until he did that shit and knocked him down. And that kind of set a bad tone, an early tone for Keith Thurman. Bro, I promise you. Listen, There's only one way. There's only one way. Prove me wrong. Make the fight. Make the fight. I promise you the odds ain't going to look like the Benavidez and Mean Machine fights. I promise you that. And that's an indication that it's a great fight. So when will Terence Crawford give us that great fight where the betting line is good? Like I said, Kell Brook, he was like, you would get like $900, $950 if he won. That's a lot. You know what I'm saying? Bet 100, get 900. Let me check this Mean Machine shit. This is only, I'm reading an article from Forbes. Mean Machine, this is only his second fight of 2019. No, this is Crawford's only second fight of 2019, and he's a heavy favorite to dominate Mean Machine Kavalaskis. His only other bout came against Amir Khan, and like most people suspected, Crawford decimated him. Bro, this is what Forbes is talking about. So what Crawford's acting like he doesn't understand why he's not getting credit for the opponents. It's the opponents. Block playlist Christian. Yeah, we're going to send you and your Christian playlist somewhere else. Block him. I don't answer to you. Block him. Block this dude. I don't answer to you. I don't care what you're talking about. Yeah. Go back to church. We're going to send you to Sunday school. It says Crawford is a heavy favorite to dominate Mean Machine. Amir Khan, this is an article from Forbes. Like most people suspected, Crawford decimated him. Kavalaskis probably won't do much better. This is what they're writing before the fight. Meanwhile, the rest of the top 147 pounders are unavailable, and yeah, it's hard to take. And they're not unavailable. I'm trying to see the odds. Hold on. Crawford needs to win and look good to possibly infiltrate the PBC. It said, bro, this article is giving you the game that I've been telling you. The issue is Crawford and the welterweights like Errol, Sean, Keith, Manny, and Danny Garcia all work with premier boxing champs. Man, I'm trying to see these odds. Told you. Look, Bud's acting like he don't understand why he not getting the credit. This article, hold on. I'm gonna show y'all. So there's no way you can be surprised, bro. Terence Bud Crawford opens up as a massive betting favorite against Mean Machine. And he wondering like, man, what's different? What's so different from the guys that I'm fighting? This. It said he had 20 to 1. He had 20 to 1 favorite. So for every wow. Says Crawford is the massive favorite here at 20 to 1. You would have to bet $200 just to make $10 in profit. Bro. Did you hear that? It said you have to bet 200 of your own dollars to make $10 based on the odds for the Mean Machine fight. Did y'all hear that? You would have to bet $200 to make $10 of profit. But Mean Machine, if you bet $20, you would make $150. Bro. The man said you had to bet $200 to make $10. I'm done. But Danny Garcia and Errol Spence, a great fight tomorrow. We're doing a Box Eagle watch party. I go look at the odds. I bet you it don't look like that. Errol's coming off the car accident, taking a dangerous foe. Danny got heavy hands. Danny got a chin. Errol Spence is a mean body punch. I bet you the odds don't look like that. What, y'all want me to look? Listen, I got energy. Y'all want me to look at the odds day before the fight? Y'all got to get these likes up. I got energy. I could do this all day. I'm a machine. I'm a machine. I'm trying to get the odds for Earl and Garcia. Hey, what's the odds site? Like an updated. All right. Yeah, I told you. Okay. I'm on. Look, shout out to Icy. He said Bovada. This was from a couple of days ago. After seeing the people on the scale, it might have been closer or whatever. But this is from a couple of days ago. Online sportsbook Bovada has released the Spence Garcia numbers. Hold on. Let me see if they have an updated one. Nah. All right. So this is from a couple of days ago. If you bet $100 on Danny, you get $350. And this is as of a couple of days ago. Someone just looked it up. Updated is $333. So if you bet $100 on Danny, you only get $333. But the fight that Crawford just had, I looked it up. If you bet on Kell Brook with $100, you won $950 to $1,000 something dollars. So that means people felt Kell Brook was not an adequate enough champion or challenge at this point. Danny, listen. If you bet $100 on Danny to win, you only get $333, which is cool. It's, profit's profit. But that means he's not a massive underdog like that. But the one for Benavidez, if you bet $100 on Benavidez and he won, depending on the sports book, you got $2,000 to $5,000, depending on the time frame. That's a big difference in the same thing with Mean Machine. So that means people believe Errol's gonna win, but they don't know and they ain't sleeping on Danny. That's what the odds are telling me. Like I said, people could do this and type and all that, but you're not gonna bet like that. I promise you, mark my words, if Errol, what's the name? Crawford fight Keith Thurman next, he ain't going, Keith Thurman, you can't bet $100 on Keith and win $5,000. I can assure you that. I can assure you. And I just started getting into the sports betting, but I can assure you it ain't going to be like that because people are going to feel Keith Thurman has somewhat of a chance. It's my time, people. It's 10 o'clock. I'm about to watch Hector Camacho. Anybody watch the doc? It's Macho Time. Anybody watch the Macho Time documentary? If he fights Porter, it ain't going to be bet $100 on Porter and you win $4,000. I promise you. It's not. Block Trino Martin. Block him. Yeah, block him. I got to see a body before I get off. Yeah, block Trino Martin. Thank you guys for your time. We'll be here to talk about more. Hey, actually, let me play it one last time for the people. Hold on. I see he drunk. Bro. Listen. I'm going to play it one last time for the people who just joined in. This was Keith Thurman's response, y'all.
to hear the. Sometimes people they don't want to hear the truth. They can't handle the truth. Terence Crawford came with some weird whack article saying that I made $2 million fighting Pacquiao. Like, I ain't make $2 million since PBC started. You know.
Why you do it like that, Keith? Why you do him like that, man? Bro, he said Terence Crawford came with a whack article, said I only made $2 million versus Pacquiao. He said, I don't know where he got that information, but I ain't made $2 million or less since PBC first started in 2015. Ooh.
Sometimes people they don't want to hear the truth. They can't handle the truth. Terence Crawford came with some weird whack article saying that I made $2 million fighting Pacquiao. Like, I ain't make $2 million since PBC started, you know. So, you know, I don't know where his source is coming from. And if they paid Kell Brook $2 million, that's what $2 million get you. Look at that performance, okay?
Oh, Keith talking spicy, y'all. He said if they paid Kell Brook $2 million, look what $2 million get you, because look at that performance from Kell Brook. Bro, the man shelled up as soon as he got hit with a hard shot. Bud gotta fight somebody, bro. Like, fight somebody that the fans need to see him fight. That's the only way to decipher where he's at.
Pacquiao, it was a pretty easy fight to make. You guys had very brief negotiations, and boom, we were off to the races. I remember when you fought Bundu. I remember when you fought Porter. It didn't seem too controversial to make any of those decisions. But so what are some of these bogus things that you are hearing in terms of making fights, trying to negotiate?
Talk to him, Keith.
Or just in general.
Come
what
on,
do you think
Keith.
is the most outrageous things you're hearing about?
Talk to him, Keith.
You know, they just said that there was an article that said Thurman asked for $10 million. I don't ask for money. You know what I mean? I ask what you're willing to put out, but I don't put a number on nothing. You know what I mean? It's always negotiable. You got to negotiate. I was raised in this game from veterans. You know, my original trainer was a war vet and a boxing vet. You know, and he taught me everything there is to know about the sport of boxing. He told me when I was 14, 15 years old, what it's going to be like to be $1 million fighter. And he said, you are that fighter, boy. You are that fighter. You know, he told me how these promoters act. He told me how these managers be. He told me how the networks are. He told me all the money's in the networks. I ain't see $100,000 till I fought on HBO. Ben Getty was right. You know what I'm saying? Everything else before that was 3,000, 5,000, 10,000. HBO came through 100,000. You know, it's all in the networks. HBO, Showtime, nowadays ESPN, Fox. It's always the money flows through the networks. And the networks love Keith Thurman. You know, and I
block Darren McKay. Get him out of here. Bang. Bang. Get Darren McKay out of here. I said my shooter's going to spray. We going to get Darren McKay with the K. Listen, I said my shooter's going to spray. We going to get Darren McKay with the K. Bro, he said, I've been in this game. Everything is negotiable. Like, we had to negotiate. Look at Terence Crawford's whole team. When one thing that they say doesn't necessarily go their way, they just shut everything down. Oh, Errol Spence wants 60-40. Guess we won't be fighting him. Oh, Keith Thurman wants $10 million. I guess the fight won't happen. Keith Thurman just told you, we can make the fight. I've been in the game. You know, it's all about the networks. They can put money up. Boom, boom, boom. Everything's negotiable. He said, I didn't ask for a price. I'm seeing how much we can get, which is what I told you. You negotiate this stuff. That's how business works. I'm done. I've been cooking y'all for a long time. Boxing Eagle watch party tomorrow. Holla at the kid. Everybody get some sleep. We got a big one. Danny Garcia, Errol Spence. Yo, thank you guys for the support again, as always. And we out. Icy, what up?